We're in it.
We're in it.
Here we are.
We're ready to rock
Are
and
we?
maybe roll a little bit.
Depends on how fast we drink these beers.
That's true.
There might be some rolling.
Welcome back, everyone. We took kind of an extended break.
2 weeks?
Yeah, 2 weeks. The holidays in between.
It's a long 2 weeks.
It was. For short weeks, it was long weeks.
Yeah.
See, what are we on? Episode 68. We got Nick Maxson here in the studio from the Doom Room. How's it going?
Great. I don't know where to look. I'm just gonna.
I think you're right there.
Yeah,
That's me.
yeah,
Alright.
that's you.
Right there in front. Okay, there we are. There we
That's
are.
you. And then you're like, you wink at it. Man.
Hey, big guy.
We call that the cockshot cam.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What kind of podcast is this, boys?
You are on the couch.
I noticed you locked the door when I walked in.
Have you seen the casting couch?
I've not.
Somewhat like that. We can't take the whole idea because that's how you get sued, but a little bit is like, no, I'm just kidding.
If you dim the lights, I'll know I'm in trouble.
There is a dimmer switch.
Really?
I'm
No
getting
shit.
more scared.
I didn't know that.
Maybe today will be the first time we utilize the dimmer.
Just
Call for
jump out
help.
the window.
Yeah.
911, 911. What's your emergency? Help. I know that, but what? Help.
I can't say anything else.
Are they in the room with you? Yes.
They're looking at me greedily. They're trying to decide who's going first.
They're rolling dice.
They have this weird system where they roll the dice and they rock paper scissors. Then they play a whole game of Risk. I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but I'm sure you have time to get.
I've not even gotten a chance to roll yet myself. I rolled a natural one. I just knew I was in trouble.
If I roll doubles 3 times, they let me go. Well, that got weird. Might as well start it off like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Can only go up from there.
That's right. Only up.
No going down. There will be no going down on this podcast.
So
It's always when we start that we get emails, and then you hear the table go.
yeah, basically.
So yeah. Anyways, Nick Maxson's here. We, I've never been to the Doom Room.
It's a magical place.
That's what I've heard. I've heard a lot goes on.
Yeah, it's
So- How'd you get the Doom Room going? How'd you start it?
well, I was going to another place in town that did house shows. It's called the Hilltop Fortress.
Oh, okay.
And I think their lease just got up, and they just decided they weren't going to do it anymore.
Oh, really?
And I was in a band, and we were really shitty. And nobody would book us because we were one of those bands that screamed, so no one liked that shit.
Oh, yeah.
So I had a basement, so I was like, well, guess we'll just carry on the tradition. So we were at that first house for maybe a year and a half before we were in the middle of town,
Mm-hmm.
and the neighbors hated it. Totally hated it. They called the cops before we even started the shows.
Really?
And when they got the feeling, they're like, oh, they're cleaning up the yard.
They're doing shit over there.
There's
Call
two-
the cops.
There's people coming in with guitars. It's probably time to call the cops. So eventually they said, no more. We're not doing this. I was like, okay. And then 2 months later, I moved to another house and just kept it up. So
Nice.
I think that was in 2013 that we started. So we did it for about 5 years. Then the cops came again and said, you're really not allowed to do this. I'm like, okay. All right. So now we pretty much just do things other places
Right.
for now. So yeah, humble starts.
So that happened recently? With
Yeah,
the-
it was in November, I think.
Really?
It was on, I think, a Friday. I had 4 bands coming, and I think they were all there. They were all loading in. It was like 6 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
So it was before we even started.
That's
And
my
then
cat.
seven cops rolled up with excise and everything. They're like, so what's going on here?
Jesus.
And I just am not in the mood to argue with law enforcement. So
Right.
I was just like, this is what we're doing. They're like, you can't do that. I'm like, okay.
You're like, not the first time I've heard it.
Right, like, there's no
But you
point in
don't say
arguing.
that.
Right. Yeah, I can't believe it took that long. Because
Right.
we were doing it for 3.5 years there.
Yeah, I mean, there's
Never
like,
had a problem.
there's really no one around. I mean, there's houses down the road and stuff, but
Yeah, but there's neighbors far away, and if you stood at the mailbox, you couldn't hear anything. So we knew it wasn't a neighbor.
right.
They said someone called and made a threat.
What?
Made a threat?
They made some kind of threat saying they heard something bad was going to happen. And they're like, well, where's this going to happen? Like, at the doom room. And the cops are like, what the fuck is the doom room?
Right?
So then they started looking it up, and they figured it out. They're like, guys. And some of those guest lists said, 150 people attended. And they're like, you cannot have 150 people in your house. I'm like, why not? Like, fire hazard. I'm like,
It's just my
now
friend.
that isn't a good excuse.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
You're like,
Yeah.
it's my house.
Right, right. They weren't having it.
Yeah, they're like, I don't
No.
know.
That's why they brought excise too. They're like, so, do you sell beer? Do you sell stuff? I'm like, it's all BYOB.
Right.
We don't sell anything. I'm like, that's good.
Yeah.
Because this could have gone way worse.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, would I have admitted that to you? Do you think? Like, man. So.
Fucking narcs, man.
Oh yeah. I've got some haters. I got some
Always
people
narking.
that aren't
Damn.
happy about
Yeah.
it. So that's okay. We got other places. We've done shows at Jerry Lee's Pub, Carnahan Hall, Lafayette Theater, Knickerbocker. So we're not really worried about it.
Right. So you guys, that's another thing I never knew. Because I see that you guys put on shows at, it'll say like Doom Room and with Lafayette Theater.
Right.
So you guys like kind of work together off and on?
So yeah. So we did it was probably the first year that we just did shows at the house.
Mm-hmm.
Until the notion came that maybe people don't want to go to house parties. There might be people
Right.
that want to go to metal shows, but they don't want to go to somebody's house.
Yeah.
So then I started booking other places as kind of like a Doom Room Presents kind of thing.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So that's kind of where it is now. It's more of a promotional production kind of thing as
Mhm.
opposed to an actual venue. But we're working on the venue now too,
Oh, really?
because I've been brewing for a couple years.
Uh-huh.
So we want to open a brewery, like a micro. I think it's almost called a nano brewery.
That'd be pretty cool. Like here in Lafayette? Or
Yeah. And then just combine the two and have a venue
Oh, okay.
/ brewery. So
that'd be pretty cool.
yeah, we've been looking around for about a year now, finding locations and investors and stuff. So that's hopefully what 2018 will
Right.
bring.
Hope that happens because that's a badass idea.
It would be awesome. I'm pretty excited for it. We're really the only place in town that does heavy metal stuff.
Right.
Yeah, I think the last place that really ever did anything metal was, what was that? Downtown
Records.
Records. Was it Downtown
Mhm.
Records? Yeah.
It's been a while.
I miss Downtown Records.
There was
was
people that did shows at Jerry Lee's before me. They did the
Yeah.
Lafayette Metal thing.
Oh, yeah.
And then we just kind of inherited it. There's another gentleman in town. Have you heard of the Mound Builders?
Yeah.
He books down at People's a lot and does a lot of, I don't know how to describe it, folk kind of stuff.
Uh-huh.
But then every now and again he'll book shows around town that are metal because his band's more of that
Right.
stoner, sludgy kind of metal. So
Yeah, they've been around for a while, haven't they?
oh yeah, so he's pretty much the only one in town that does it, and he only does metal every 4-6 months.
Oh,
so
okay.
I need more than that.
Just, yeah.
I need more than every 6 months.
Yeah,
for
every
my-
day.
Yeah, I would. We've had those days. I think
Yeah, over the summer, you had like, you had a
Yeah.
few weeks where there were some shows that were back to back.
pretty much every weekend. Sometimes we do Friday, Saturdays.
Yeah.
We had a Sunday, Monday, Friday, Saturday one time. So 4 in 1 week.
Wow.
That was a mess.
That'd be awesome.
But
man.
it was
probably
awesome.
fun.
It was very awesome. I was tired.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty much from just the drinking, you know.
Yeah.
I'm still a young and supple man, so I can work through, not getting much sleep, but it's the drinking that goes along with
Right.
it, because I got to set the bar, I got to set the standard.
Right. You
Yeah.
wake up and you're like, man,
So why did I do that again?
I
then
told
you-
myself I wasn't going to do that tonight.
That is
Yeah.
the story of my life.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
I'm not going to
sounds
do
about right.
that again tonight, and then I do it again.
Yeah.
That night.
Then you
Almost
wake
every
up and you're
time.
like, shit.
And then you get a text from somebody and they're like, "Hey, what are you doing?" "I'm doing that again tonight."
Yeah, right, right. And then
what
I
we
spent
did last
all
night?
day nursing the hangover, and then at 6 p.m. it's like, I feel all right. shit, there's 20 people at my door that are ready to drink.
Let's
Like,
do it again.
Here we go. All right.
You're like 5-hour energy.
Right.
Puke that up. And
Yeah.
Now let's do it.
And then we're right back in. Right back in the game.
I don't know how people drink those things, like the
Me
5-hour
neither.
energy.
I've never had
No.
one of those.
I did it once and I threw it right back up.
One time
I
I'd
was like, too much.
been partying all night and I had to go to work. I was like 18. I was working at McDonald's, I think. So I go into work at 4 a.m. and I got a couple 5 hours. I took one, and about an hour later, I'm like, this ain't doing it. So I take the other, and about an hour later, my body was just like, dude, that was not the right choice. It shut down on me. It was hard. They were just like, dude, go home.
Yeah,
I'm like,
you're like, damn.
I don't even know if I can make it home. Like, I'm fucked up.
This 5-hour energy, it's like almost like placebo.
Yeah, it is messing me
Not
up.
placebo. Why did I say placebo? Wolf of Wall Street. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, the
Cocaine.
No.
no, not the cocaine. Quaaludes.
Quaaludes, yeah.
Yeah. Yep. It all hits you at once, and next thing you know, you've crashed your car into 20 things. And
But to you, it didn't happen.
it didn't happen at all. I love that part. He drives home perfectly fine, and then they're like, "That's not how it happened at all."
You just see him crawling out to his car.
Yeah.
That movie was great. He should have won an Oscar for that movie.
That was awesome.
Right.
Yeah.
It was, total degenerate movie, but
Right.
I loved every second of it. It was
Yeah.
hilarious. Are you bribing me? I didn't look at it that way.
Yeah. After watching that, I was like, man, I wish they still made Quaaludes.
I know. Imagine if we found some now
Oh, Jesus.
from all the way back then.
Yeah, it'd take a while to kick in.
But when it did,
Yeah.
when it did,
These aren't working. Let's take more.
yeah, until we just black out for
Never good.
days.
Drive our Lamborghini into signs and cars and
Who was the other guy in that? It wasn't-
Jonah Hill.
Jonah Hill.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite roles he was in.
Yeah, he was wearing like fake teeth.
Really?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
had like the weird. What are they? Veneers, I think.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Weird.
I think that was like a part of his character or whatever. He had like the big veneers on his teeth. It's weird.
Strange.
Yeah, didn't he wasn't he nominated for an Oscar for like best supporting actor in that movie or something?
Was he?
I
I
have
think
no
I think it
idea.
was that movie.
He did great.
Yeah, he did.
I really liked it.
Little bastard.
Right. I just saw Superbad the other day for the first time in years,
Yeah,
And-
when you wait that long, it's like seeing it again.
and it's weird.
It
It's
is.
like this is a little juvenile, but it's still fucking hilarious.
Oh yeah,
Cause who's in it? Seth Rogen.
yeah. Seth
Oh
Rogen.
man.
Bill Hader.
Yeah, they were great. They were so funny. That was
Michael
classic.
Cera, that weird little dude.
Classic Michael Cera.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Does he?
Yeah.
Has he ever done anything that's not that character?
Not.
I think that's every.
He's
just
just
him.
He's
I
the
think.
same guy every
Yeah.
time.
I
It's
haven't
just
seen him in
him.
anything in a while.
I think the first one I saw him in was Juno.
I think
Remember that one?
Yeah. I
Oh,
think
yeah.
I
Ellen
saw-
Page.
Yeah.
Before
I
Ellen
saw-
Page
I
started
watched it
doing
one-
all the
yeah.
creepy movies. I like Ellen Page now.
I watched it once and I was like, this is awkward.
Yeah.
It's real
Yeah.
weird when you see Ellen Page on Trailer Park Boys.
Is that newer seasons? 'Cause-
No, the very first.
Oh yeah.
She's in like the first season or something like
and
that.
she's so.
She's
so-
one of the. She's Leahy's kid, I
Oh
think.
yeah.
But then she's never in it again. Like she actually
creepy.
became like a movie star, I think, or something. And it was really weird that she was in that.
Yeah, that's very weird. I've not seen. Right when they got their deal with Netflix,
Uh huh.
I don't think I've seen any of those newer seasons.
They're pretty good.
Are they?
Yeah. Snoop Dogg's in the newest one.
Of course. Why not? Why
It's,
not?
I mean, it's Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dogg and Brian Callen and Tom Arnold.
Wow.
are all there at the trailer
Tom
park.
Arnold?
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Tom Arnold's trying to be Ricky. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Leave
That's a
it,
task.
leave it to Facebook to say the video is ended, but it really hasn't.
Yeah, I don't know why it does
Come
that.
on.
Yeah, because I got it right here. I always bring it up on here just in case it does that.
What
It's
the
something
hell?
about. I think it's something with your computer streaming
Yeah.
everything. Because
I
it
don't
always
know.
does that. I don't know if your computer just freaks out.
Yeah, I mean, see, it says it's good.
Fuck the police, said somebody. I
Tra-
agree, Travis.
Yeah.
I agree,
FTP.
Travis.
You know, because they come straight from the underground.
Yep.
Yeah.
God damn.
But yeah, well, I was gonna say Lafayette needs a venue like. So, Lafayette Theater, it's not a big venue, but it's too big for
local shows.
Local shows,
Right.
And
I would agree with that.
the bars are nice, but they're bars.
Yeah.
We need like a in between.
Yeah. I've always been a kid
Like
of the
what-
all ages.
Like what Downtown Records was.
Yeah.
That was an all ages venue, and it was cool. Like
Yeah.
anybody could go to those shows. We don't have that anymore.
Nope.
And
No, we don't.
somebody needs to do that. I don't
Well,
know how, but
Another big issue is, did you always have your own sound at?
that's
At
an
the
issue,
Doom Room?
Yeah.
We had our own equipment that we were borrowing from my roommate at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Now, years later, we own it all. So we've got...
Oh, okay.
And I started buying things to the specification of something like Jerry Lee's
Mm-hmm.
or the old Carnahan Hall. I don't know if you ever went there. But it was a bigger space, like a medium-sized space. I wanted
Right.
to make sure I had the speakers and everything to push that kind of room. You could
Yeah.
hold 200 or 300 people in it. That's what I was looking for. So we've got it. We've got it now. We've got a crazy awesome soundboard. We've got a Persona Studio Live, and
Nice.
we
That's
got
good.
the light. We got the light gear. Like we've got the whole setup. And pretty much now we just, especially with Jerry Lee's, we
Yeah.
just take the setup
Oh, okay.
and we set up all the sound, all the lights. We've got the full production gear now. So I'd love for there to just be a home for it.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
it
That
was
way-
awesome in the basement.
Oh yeah.
It was really awesome in the
Because
basement.
you can leave it set up.
All the time. All the time. Right. Now it sucks is because I still practice with my band
Mhm.
with the gear, but I've got to pull it all out every couple weeks.
Right.
Yeah.
Like the theater, they have their stuff.
Yeah.
Carnahan have their own stuff, but
So wait, is this
The
the
price you pay.
same band you were talking about
which one?
that you were in with when you were doing stuff at the Hilltop?
Yes, I am still with that band. We used to be, we're called We'd Be,
Okay.
like we would be. And in the beginning, we were like, our guitarist was obsessed with like Dance Gavin Dance.
Oh, okay.
But we were more hardcore than
Yeah.
that. We quickly got away from it. It was more like heavy metal. The guys
Yeah.
were into like Lamb of God and Meshuggah.
Oh, okay.
But now, 5 years later, we're listening to Between the Buried and Me, Opeth, Mastodon, shit like
Nice.
that. So most of our songs are anywhere from 8 to 12 minutes, and we're not
They tell
hard.
a story, right?
Yeah, we're not hard. We're not the hardcore kids anymore.
Right.
That was fun.
You've matured.
Just a little bit.
Just a little
Just
bit.
a little bit. At least with our music, not
Yeah.
necessarily with our behavior. But yeah, there's only two of us that are still around. We had the same drummer for years.
That's good. Those are hard to find.
Yes, yes. We lost our drummer maybe a year and a half ago. But in the past 6 months, we got a new guy, and
That's good.
yeah, it's been a lot of fun. We got a buddy of ours who he describes himself as from like age 18 to 24, locked himself in his room and played guitar. So now he's some kind of virtuoso. So
He describes himself as age 18 to 24. Is that what you said?
that's when he was in that time frame.
Oh, okay.
All he did was play guitar.
I
He
thought
did-
you meant like people ask how old he is, and he said, "Oh,
I feel like I'm somewhere between this and that. Like the most immature period of your life. Interesting.
I forgot.
Interesting. Yeah, he's on so many drugs, drank so much that he doesn't know who or what he is
how old
anymore.
are you?" Hell, I don't know.
Somewhere in this range. I'm not terribly sure.
You tell me what you think, and we'll just go with that.
Just pick your own age for me. So, yeah, so we're working on a full length. It's gonna be, I say a full length. It's gonna be three song EPs that are gonna be
okay.
like almost 2 hours long.
Damn. Like
But-
each EP?
No, all together.
Oh, okay.
Altogether. Because, yeah, we were talking about doing a full length, but the first 3 songs are almost 45 minutes, and the next 3 are getting to about 50 minutes, so you're like,
Oh, okay. I see what you mean.
we're not going to fit this all
Right.
on one thing.
Yeah.
So, but, so yeah, that's where that band's at.
Nice.
Definitely, we can definitely book elsewhere now besides someone's basement. We don't play enough
Right.
basement shows, though.
Basement shows are fun.
I wish we did.
House shows are a blast.
We played at the Hilltop, and a couple months ago we played somebody's house. It was in their garage. Same concept.
Right.
But we never get to do basement shows.
Yeah.
I love that shit. There's so much energy there.
Oh, yeah.
But
People are all packed in.
oh yeah.
They don't have a choice, but they have to get into it.
Yeah, right, right. They don't have a choice. So.
You standing on the wall, drag him in.
right. Get him in here now.
Yeah.
Just pointing individuals out.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's part of it.
That happened.
Oh, yeah.
That house show we went to, that happened to us.
Yeah.
We were just standing there, and the guy was like, "You,
What?
me?
Get in.
Yeah,
I
right.
want you in here.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to hit you in the face with the microphone. Okay, whoa.
All right.
Yeah.
Only on the pleasure side.
Only if we determine a safe word before we start.
Right.
Oh.
That didn't take long to get to the coffee stout. I'm excited
Yeah.
about this.
I'm into it now. It's not bad.
It's tasty. They make some good beer.
I don't know if I could recall another beer that I've had from Blackacre.
It tastes more like coffee than it does beer.
I like those kind.
Yeah.
I think that's a good thing. I wouldn't want a more of a beer taste in my coffee. I think would be bad.
It's hefty.
Right. If you're expecting a beer and taste the coffee, that's one thing.
Right.
But if you're drinking coffee and you expect coffee and then it tastes like beer, like, wait a minute.
I wasn't sure what to expect out of it. Like, I don't know. It's good.
It's not too thick.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
still pretty light. I've been working on my adjective to describe beer because I started that podcast recently.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Brews with Dudes.
Brews with Dudes.
I was on a couple different podcasts with a couple buddies, and they were like, "You're pretty good at this. You should try to do something." And I didn't really want to do like a heavy metal thing, but
Right.
I'm really into beer. You know, I've explored heavy metal for more than a decade. I don't need to explore that much more than I already am. But yeah, so we've done like 15 episodes, and every time you drink 4 or 5 different beers, and that's the goal, is to drink different beer.
Nice.
Right.
So you're like, fuck, just in the past 3 months, I've had 60, 70 different beers. It's
You're like,
pretty nice.
You're gonna run out of beer.
yeah.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
Gonna have to
switch
venture
whiskey.
out.
We're gonna have to start drinking bad, like
Bad
worse
beer.
beer. Because you go pick the beer that looks good. Now you just have to go pick whatever you
All right,
know you
now
haven't tried
we're gonna
yet.
try Schlitz.
Yeah. Ooh. We've talked about doing just a shitty beer episode.
Oh, really?
Like, go find the worst beer you can possibly find, and we'll move from there.
Drink that in some hot chocolate.
We have the
Oh,
classic
yeah.
argument of what's the worst beer, Hams or
Ooh.
PBR.
I don't know. What about Clear Creek?
Clear Creek's pretty bad.
I don't even know what Clear Creek is.
It's bad.
It tastes like the can.
Yeah, it tastes like it tastes like aluminum.
It's awful.
Awful.
Yeah.
That sounds terrible.
What was it, like $10 for a 30-pack?
Yeah,
Ooh.
and it's
Yeah,
pretty
it's
strong
bad.
too.
That is another way we indicate it. Like Hams is,
Ooh.
I think, 12 or 13 a 30-pack.
Yeah,
Schlitz is pretty
I
bad.
don't
Yeah,
think I've
it
ever had
is.
Schlitz.
Steel Reserve.
Stroh's.
Oh, Stroh's.
Stroh's
had
is
that.
pretty bad.
Stroh's for bros.
Yeah.
I've been pretty lucky
Exactly.
in my beer drinking. I don't usually have to buy the cheapest shit ever.
There, if you haven't, there's no need to go that way.
Right.
If
Yeah.
if you started at level 5, just keep going.
Usually Busch Light's my lowest beer.
Ooh,
that I'll
that's
go
up
to.
there.
There might be times, though, where you're like a $12 6-pack or a $10 30-pack.
And dependent, you know,
Split
how
the
many
difference.
bros? Yeah.
Buy a fucking dirty 30 of Busch Light.
Ooh,
Has to be the camo cans, though.
Yeah, for sure.
you just
The
know
orange ones.
you know you're in for a shitty night when you get a 30-pack of Busch Light and you're like, we're drinking all this.
See, my brother's watching right now, and he
That's
used
his
to drink-
go-to.
That's his go-to.
No offense.
I think that's where I got it from. Was
Yeah.
Steve drinking 30 packs of Busch Light because he always had it when we were.
Or the farther north you go, like towards like Chicago and everything,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
like the domestics we're used to on tap, like Budweiser and Miller, they don't have that. It's all Milwaukee's Best on tap.
Ooh.
And then everything else is in a can. They look at you weird when you're like, yeah, can I get a Budweiser? I'm like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, my
Fucking weirdo.
Yeah.
my uncle and cousin in Michigan, they all drink Busch and Busch Light.
Do they?
And like that's their go-to.
That's weird.
I don't know why. Like at my cousin's wedding, they had like a trailer full of kegs of Busch.
Jesus.
I'm like, why? Why did you do this to yourself?
Some people are just in it for the drink, you know.
Yeah.
They're not trying to drink something tasty. They're like, this is what I know. I know this Busch Light. So I'm gonna drink 15 Busch Lights
Well,
tonight.
and the thing is, they're not. My uncle,
Is he mad?
I've actually switched to Miller Lite.
my uncle's got a good
Not a bad
amount of-
choice.
Not a bad choice.
My uncle's got a good amount of money. He's not broke. There's no reason to be drinking Busch. But he's doing it.
He just can't get over it.
He's just doing it anyways. Like,
Damn it.
he's not doing it for the money reasons. He's just doing it, I guess, to be an asshole. I don't really know why you'd buy it.
Just try.
Miller Lite is the dad beer, I think.
It is. Miller Lite is the dad beer, and you are a dad now.
As soon as you had that baby, you started drinking Miller Lite.
We were drinking that when we were 20, but we weren't dads.
Well, I drank it because I always drank Miller Lite because my dad drinks Miller Lite.
Oh, yeah.
So I'd always steal his beer, and that was what I drank. So that's what I'm
Theft
used
of beer,
to.
it tastes twice as good.
Oh, yeah. Didn't matter how bad it was.
Right?
It was forbidden.
You're like 18, 20, you're like, yeah,
This is great.
Miller Lite's delicious.
this is great.
We were
This is
getting...
great.
I think I got into, like vodka before I did beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was
Yeah.
what we were stealing. We were those assholes that would... we'd drink out of the bottles and then put some water in it just to make it so you couldn't tell, you know.
Yep.
Oh, my God. We did that all the time.
Never got called on it.
But getting a 30-pack is always a good deal.
Yes,
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
it is.
You
You can get a
6 extra
30-pack
beers.
for what it costs to get a 6-pack of the
Yeah.
good stuff, so.
Places be like, oh, we don't have like the right size boxes, so they just tape a 6-pack to it. It's a 30-pack.
That'll work.
Man.
So you got you're brewing your own beer, right?
Yes. Yes, I am. Been doing it for about 5 years as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We've done about 30 recipes or so,
Really?
and we're working back through them.
Trying to decide which ones you want to keep.
Yeah, which ones are... we did what's called extract brewing, which means you just put a lot of sugar in it, too, on top of it. But what the big boys do, apparently, is just using all grain.
Oh, okay.
And you take all the sugars out of the grain. Blah, 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 blah. So we've been doing that for about 2 or 3 years now.
Can't give all the secrets away, right?
Well, it's just
It's a long process.
boring bullshit. Yeah, I don't even want to talk about it. So yeah, we've done a little bit of everything. We did pale ales, IPAs, ambers, ESBs, coffee stouts. We've been getting into weird stuff now. So we did a ghost pepper beer.
Oh, shit.
Jeez. That sounds
With
dangerous.
cinnamon. So it's ghost pepper and cinnamon. So it's
Damn.
just... It's pretty tasty. It's a little
Yeah.
spicy, but it hits your throat and you feel like you tasted a pepper. It's pretty
It
awesome.
sounds dangerous.
It is a little
Sounds
dangerous.
dangerous.
I call it our novelty beer. It's not you don't get a can, you don't get a bottle of it to drink. You're going to want to get a buddy or two and split it cuz it's powerful.
What was that? What was that one you had? At
Oh,
at
down.
Chumley's.
Oh, yeah, like
That was a chili beer or something.
yeah, it was a chili beer. It had like a chili actually in the beer.
Ooh, I don't know about that.
Yeah. Then you, by the time you get to the bottom of the bottle, because we were trying to do the passport thing that they have there,
Yeah.
and I was going through. I'm like, I'm just gonna get that one out of the way first.
Right. I'm going to hate that shit. So
Yeah.
it's just,
I was like, I'm gonna save all the good ones for last. And so I did that one first, and it took me a while. By the time I'm like, good God. She's like, well, you don't like it? I'm like, what? Really?
would you like it? Would you like a sip?
She was like the worst waitress ever.
Yeah.
She was telling us about her time in
The Czech Republic.
Czech Republic and this crappy Czech beer that they had. And she's like,
Which
I had it
was
when I was there. And
on the
we're like, this
passport.
is terrible.
And she was like, yeah, I told him to bring it here and everything, but here it is. It's really good.
It's
It was-
not,
no.
It was not.
It was awful. And you can actually buy it here in the stores, too.
Really?
I see it every once in a while. I'm just
don't
like,
even
I'm
remember
like,
what
fuck
it
that
was.
beer. It was
Did
awful.
Did you guys complete your passports?
No, hell no.
No, after we drank about 5 or 6 beers, we got our bill, and we're like, well, Jesus.
This is going to hurt.
Yeah.
It was like $50 that night.
Yeah,
Ooh.
just for 5 or 6 of them. I was like, God damn.
That's the goal. And then what do you get? You get like a T-shirt.
Sure.
You get a T-shirt and a little plaque on the wall.
Right.
Yeah.
And you've only spent $600 on beer.
Exactly.
Yeah. No.
There's a place down in Indy. It's down in downtown Indy. I think it's called the Tap, and they put Chumley's to shame.
Yeah?
They have like, I think the menu said they have like 1,000 different beers.
Holy shit.
I think 300 of them were on
Holy
tap.
Shit.
Yeah.
Whole 300 on tap?
Yeah.
That's wild.
It may not have been 300, but I know
I
it
mean,
was.
how many is Chumley's?
Chumley's is what?
It's a wall. It's fucking
Is it 50 on tap, maybe?
Fifty?
something like
Something
that.
I
That's
know.
a lot.
I know it was over 100 down there.
Oh, I believe it.
So
Damn.
you walk. The
That's a
place
lot
was
of work.
huge. Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
a lot of work to maintain
Yeah.
that. Fuck.
and it was like right in downtown. Like you could like the buildings everywhere. I'm like, this is crazy that this place is right here.
Right. My buddy keeps telling me about a place in Indy called 20 Tap.
20 Tap.
Yeah.
Never heard of that one.
And I assume it's 20 taps. But when I looked at their menu and stuff, they've got like over 100, it looks like. And they're just monster beers, you know?
Jesus.
It's like every single beer is
Right.
either rare or 8+% ABV. So it's like, God damn.
Yeah, that tap they had one. It was 15%.
Ooh.
And it
like
came
a
like-
barley wine?
Yeah,
or...
and it came in like a little glass, you know.
Oh, I bet.
Like a little brandy glass.
That's when you know it's strong.
Yeah.
When they give you just $6 for a little tiny taste. Like, what is that? Like,
I was like,
believe me.
I
Believe me.
I smelt it and I was like, oh my god. I took a sip. I was like, Jesus. I'm like, I'm just gonna drink this.
Fuck it, down the drain.
Yeah.
That's what we say on the show.
Fuck it down the drain.
When we're drinking a beer and we don't like it, we're like, down the hatch, like down the hatch,
Yeah,
and you
let's
just
get
chug
rid
it.
of this
Like,
one.
we're moving on. We're moving on.
That's awesome.
I don't remember what that coffee beer has that I didn't like. This one's good.
This is great. This just tastes like cold brew coffee.
Yeah, it does. Like I don't taste
With
the beer in
alcohol
it.
hidden inside.
Right.
that
This
you
is
don't
made
know
with
about.
espresso.
I like this.
Yeah,
I can drink this for breakfast.
I'm all about this. That'd be a hell of a way to start the day.
Rich,
It's only 7% too. That's not too bad.
rich flavors of chocolate and dark fruit balance the coffee's dark roast and acidity.
Mm.
I like the way you
Delicious.
talk.
Man, I feel like this is trying to get me to unbutton my pants.
Let me
Black
go-
Acre.
Let me hit that dimmer switch over there.
Damn it.
Rich flavors of chocolate.
Ooh. This might be more voluntary than I initially thought it would be if you keep talking like that.
Shit. Gonna need to get the handheld camera out and really get them close ups.
Uh,
Oh
This is
man.
going to devolve into a Serbian film kind of thing, and we're all going to be in a lot of trouble.
Was it like, what was it, Bollywood? Make some Bollywood
Oh,
films?
yeah.
Hollywood.
God damn.
Have you ever seen any of those? They're just like
The
ridiculous.
special effects are the best.
Yeah.
It's like, because there's none.
They'll like stuff like 20 guys in a cannon and shoot them out and they'll make like a human cannonball.
yeah, I just saw that a couple weeks ago. It
Yes.
was
What?
they pulled a palm tree down.
Yeah.
And then they run up it, and then they like link arms, let go of the palm tree, and shoot into this castle. It's the stupidest thing ever. It's
Yeah.
fucking awful.
It's so stupid, but you're like, this is kind of cool at the same time.
Was it you? Did you post it? Somebody posted it, and I'm like,
I don't think it was
if
me.
anybody knows what movie this is, tell me, because I want to
Right.
find it. This looks awesome.
I think I saw it on Imager. They had like a bunch of Bollywood gifs and
They just-
everything.
They go blasting, and they're linking arms. They're flying into
Yeah.
the castle, and then they hit the ground. They bounce everywhere, looking like, think of like, what is it, Monkey in a Barrel?
Yeah.
You know, just like toss them on the ground and watch them fly everywhere.
Yeah,
that's what they
exactly
look
what
like.
it was.
And then they just start fighting. Like, of
And
course.
And you're like,
Why not?
okay,
It's
it's back
every
to
day.
normal.
I can't
Everyday
imagine
day.
myself ever saying, like, yeah, toss me in these 6 dudes 100 feet, 200 feet in the air over this castle wall from a palm tree. Like,
Steve said, check out Big Man Japan on YouTube. Is that Bollywood? Is that a Bollywood one?
I bet he knows.
Fucking Steve.
Steve, if that's it.
Steve would know.
This didn't look very Japanese. This looked Middle Eastern, the movie that
Yeah,
we're
it
thinking
did.
of.
Yeah.
But Big Man Japan sounds pretty good. Whatever it is, I'm excited for it.
Big Man Japan.
Do you think they ever watch our movies and they're like, "This is the weirdest shit ever"?
Yeah, they're like this is weak.
Like, this is fucking
Weak
weird.
sauce.
Yeah.
This looks way too overdone.
They're
you
like,
know?
this is what I would have done. They see Transformers like, we were doing that years ago.
Right. Are they still making Transformers movies?
Yeah.
Yeah. They just put
Mm.
another one out. What was it called? The Transformers The Last Night.
I don't know.
And
I
now
quit- I quit watching
Optimus
them.
Prime's evil now.
What
I
the
don't know.
fuck?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
They're
Mark-
doing fucking Mark Hamill. You know, they just like let's bring Luke Skywalker back, but let's have him not be good anymore. Like,
What
why
the
is that? Why are we doing that now?
What?
What else can they do that with?
Like,
I don't know.
I watched the first Transformers with Mark Wahlberg, and it was okay. But
Yeah, Marky Mark.
yeah.
Old Marky.
At least he wasn't confused in the movie like he is in every. What?
Well, he might have been
What's
a little
happening?
bit.
What's going on?
I love me some Marky Mark. Wasn't he in a
many.
boy band?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What was it?
Fuck.
New Kids on the Block?
Yeah.
No, well, was
Was
that
he
him
kid?
or was that his brother? Because, his brother.
Maybe it was his brother.
What's his name? Is it Danny Wahlberg?
Yeah.
He was.
Yeah.
He was in New Kids on the Block, but I don't know if Mark.
I thought Mark Wahlberg.
Were they
was
both
one
in New
too.
Kids on the Block? Mark Wahlberg was in something. I think maybe they're both in New Kids on the Block.
I don't
Maybe
know.
he was filling
'Cause-
in. Maybe he was like a stunt.
Because he
double.
got the Marky Mark name from his little.
From
Yeah,
whatever,
Marky Mark.
Yeah,
whatever
what he
it
was in.
was.
Marky
and then he
Mark
got-
and the Funky Bunch.
Yeah. Yes.
That's what
what
it
it
is.
was.
Wow.
Thank you, Amy.
Thank you, Amy. That's.
We had the
Wow.
idea. We just didn't have the name.
And then what did he do? Did he beat people up or did he get into drugs? What was it?
He was in Boogie Nights, the movie.
Dirk
Yeah.
Diggler.
Dirk Diggler. That's where I think that was his first movie. Maybe
Was it his first? Nah.
Close
maybe like
to
his
it.
first
his
major
first
movie.
his first big role at least.
But then he got notorious for doing it was something. I don't remember
yeah.
what it was. It was either beating somebody up or doing a lot of drugs and getting caught for it or something.
Maybe.
Both? I don't know. It could be both.
If
I
you're
know
doing
he-
one, you
Where's
might
my
be
drugs?
doing yeah, right. You might be doing the other.
I know
so.
he was pretty well known for getting in trouble in Boston and shit when he was a kid.
Yeah.
Like he would.
Boston.
Yeah.
Oh, Baston. Good old Mac. You ever seen those car commercials where the guy like puts himself in him and he's like from Boston, so he has this like really thick accent and his name's Mac.
I have not. I have not.
Is it MAHK? Mark.
Yeah, Mac.
It's fucking hilarious.
And it was that like Chevy commercial where they're it's like half the car is blocked off by a door. And they're like, now that we showed you the front half of the car, we're going to show you the back half. And they're like, what do you think? And he's like, honestly, I'm just as disappointed as I was with the front half.
Amy said Marky Mark made his made it big in Calvin Klein underwear commercials.
Wow.
I don't know.
Oh,
I think Amy, you've been looking at way too much Marky Mark.
I think
Maybe
Amy-
she's just sitting there on Wikipedia.
Just
she
sitting-
could be.
Like these guys are too busy talking. I'm just gonna figure this out
I'm
real
gonna
quick.
look at Marky Mark in his underwear.
Basketball Diaries as well, though. So Brett says,
The fuck is that, Brett?
young as a motherfucker. And that young as. Interesting.
Was he wearing Calvin Klein though?
Oh. Ooh.
Isn't it Klein?
Oh yeah, she did correct down there.
She corrected
Oh wait.
wrong though. Maybe. I don't know.
I don't
Amy.
know.
Is it
I'm not.
Calvin?
I'm not.
Is it Calvin Klein or?
I don't know. We're getting real caught up on Marky Mark.
Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. about messed it up.
What made him so good that his name got to be,
Right?
at the premiere of
know.
the name?
I don't
I
know.
don't know.
He's like, I'm Macky Mac. And these other guys are a little funky, but we're a bunch of
Right.
dudes. We're a gaggle of dudes.
No.
That's a better. I think that's a better band name than Marky Mark. And the Funky
Gaggle of
Bunch.
dudes.
A gaggle of dudes. We are gaggle of dudes.
What was that other band, Flock of Seagulls?
Mm-hmm.
Gaggle of dudes.
But I feel like with a Boston accent.
Oh, gaggle.
A gaggle.
Gaggle of dudes. With like the zeros.
Now you're just getting seen.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Shit.
Poser. Dudes.
Let me get the girl pants out of the closet. Hold on.
Oh shit.
Oh, man.
Freaking dudes wearing girl pants.
Not in 2018.
No, please don't do
I'm
that.
glad that- I'm
if
glad
you do
that
it now,
fact's
it's not
over
going to be seen. It's just like
No.
you're going to be.
You're literally a decade late.
Yeah.
You know there's people still doing it. Like there's a guy out there that still does it. You know that.
I had a friend come over today. A
Oh,
buddy
shit.
of mine today come over, and
Really?
I was like, dude,
What are you
those-
doing?
those
that-
pants. He's like, what? I'm like, are those your girlfriend's pants? He's like, oh, I didn't even notice. I'm like,
I didn't even notice.
Yeah,
oh,
right.
You
Yeah,
didn't even
right.
notice.
No, they're just skinny jeans.
I don't know, Nate. You sure you didn't notice?
I'd be like, I don't know. Those are questionable.
Yeah, they look great, but
Your ass looks great enough.
Your ass looks great, but
let's be honest about it. Let's be honest.
are those girl
shit.
jeans?
They're faded on the thighs. Like, come on.
Did those have holes when you bought them? They did.
Oh, they're dude.
See, I'd rather wear the pants to where they just get their own natural wear, and then the holes come
Isn't
in
that-
themselves.
Oh yeah,
Isn't
that's
that
the
weird?
way you're
Like,
supposed to do it.
That's my
Yeah.
life now, like at work and stuff. Like I get pissed when I have jeans that get holes in them because then I'm at work and they like rip
Right.
bigger and bigger, and then my boss gets pissed and my jeans all have
It's like,
holes
hey,
in
your
them.
dick's hanging out.
And I'm like, God damn it! If this was 10 years ago, that'd be fashionable.
Right.
Like what the hell?
People be questioning you if they weren't torn up.
David said, bruh, I wear my sister's pants all damn day.
Oh shit.
We're not dogging you, David.
No. Hey, man, if you want to wear that, that's fine.
Sorry if we came across derogatory.
Yeah.
No, it's fine, David. You can just say whatever you want to him. He deserves it.
All right, fuck off then.
He deserves every bit of it.
Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, he dishes it right back. So.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like and her underwear.
See what I mean?
See? Hey, sometimes they just feel better, I guess. I don't know. I'm just trying to support you in whatever way you need it.
Sometimes my cheeks need to breathe a little bit more than the briefs allow.
It's one thing that you're wearing women's panties, but they're sisters. I don't know.
All right.
That might be the line.
You're crossing
That
two lines at
might
the
be
same
the line.
time.
Oh my goodness! I was thinking girlfriend. He's talking about his sister. David, you shouldn't be making these comments online.
You're on a list now.
She's wearing them at the same time.
Okay.
Now I don't
Okay.
Now it's just. Now it's
You're
just
definitely on a list.
now it's just getting weird.
Those are some big pants.
I'm glad.
If you can
I'm
fit
glad
two
he.
people in them.
I'm glad he doesn't have live streaming capabilities.
Oh, he
I
could.
don't want to see that. I don't want to see that.
He'd be like, "Do you like my pants?"
Don't mind my sister.
She's here for support.
That's fucked up. That's fucked up.
All right.
So yeah, moving on from that.
Yeah, we're getting deep in the.
I don't know how we
in the
come back from
darkness.
that, honestly.
We're getting weird.
No, I don't know either.
It's fine. You can get a little weird.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with getting weird. Just don't get too weird, I guess. I don't know.
It can get weirder.
It could. He would go there.
I'll segue. So tonight,
Perfect.
one of my other bands, speaking of weird, were called Boner Jovi.
Boner Jovi.
Boner Jovi,
Nice.
premier '80s sex metal
Right.
tribute band.
I'm glad we because we were trying to figure out that name one day, weren't we? Because we had it on the local spotlight
Yeah,
of like upcoming shows, and we're like Bone Fiver.
it's supposed to be
Yeah,
confusing.
I remember
Yeah.
what I
It's
remember
supposed
that.
to be confusing, but it's supposed to be Boner Jovi. But we sometimes call ourselves Boner Joe 6 for just because we're dumb. Like, I don't know why.
So Boner Jovi.
Boner Jovi. So they're performing tonight at Jerry Lee's.
Ooh.
Nice.
We're doing a tap takeover with Rheingeist. Have you heard of Rheingeist? It's a brewery out of, I think, Cincinnati, maybe Columbus. It's in Ohio.
Somewhere over there.
Yeah. So they're coming. They're bringing like 8 beers.
Nice.
We're gonna do our Brews with Dudes podcast, and then Boner Jovi's gonna play.
Nice.
That's awesome.
It's gonna be weird.
It's gonna be an awesome night.
It's gonna be weird.
It's gonna be weird. Is it because like by the time you play, you're gonna be really smashed?
Definitely, but that's part. That's part of it.
That's part of it.
Boner Jovi can't play unless they're totally smashed.
Okay.
So it's like really bad karaoke. Like sometimes we forget the words, and it's just like
That's when you just hold the mic out.
yeah, you got it.
But
You
nobody
got it.
else knows the words.
Yeah.
Sometimes,
Sing it.
Sometimes we'll. Sometimes I'll start the song singing the wrong verse, and then the other guy won't catch it, so he'll just sing the same verse again.
All right.
Oh.
So it's just
I like it.
it's
Yeah.
good fun.
It's a good shit show.
It's a total shit show, and we are harder on ourselves as performers. We're like, that was bad, but then we keep forgetting like that's the point.
There's nothing wrong with a shit show when it's like acknowledged that it's a shit show.
We're going into this to
and
be
it's
shitty.
gonna-
Like,
yeah. So
we didn't practice at all.
Yeah.
We've not practiced together in 2 months.
That's fine.
Perfect.
We're like, what's the set list? Like, okay.
Who cares?
Remember the words? No.
Maybe.
We started off saying like we're gonna play songs that we know, so that we can actually
Right.
do it. Then we added in some songs. It's like, oh, I've heard it on the radio. I think I'll be okay. That's not the way it works, guys.
I
That's
like
not the way it works.
I like it. That's
I heard
good.
it once. This might go okay.
And it never does. It never does.
Huh.
It's funny watching the other guys that are actually playing their instruments right, looking at the vocalist
They're
like, you had the easiest fucking job.
You're like, I'm sorry.
Right. I don't know.
Just make shit up.
David said,
Oh, yeah.
truth, J-hole, bubbles, all good.
Okay.
Those must be the name of the beers.
Oh, yes,
Oh.
absolutely. What's the other one? Knowledge? David, have you tried the Knowledge? It's an Imperial IPA.
Mm.
It's a little much for me. There's going to be Truth and Bubbles tonight. And then a couple others that I don't remember. But Truth is good. Truth is just it's a pale ale, I think. Maybe an IPA, but it's good stuff.
I like both of those.
I'm glad that we were able to step outside of the sister panties
Yeah, that
and
was
have
good.
a good conversation. I
was
feel like
good.
we connected, David.
That's a good step forward.
Yeah. I feel better about David now.
But it'll probably go back to
Yeah,
it.
you should.
He'll be like, but anyways.
Yeah. Anyway.
Shoot.
So that I always wondered, because when you guys were booking shows over the summer for Doom Room, it was like a full lineup every time. I'm like, how does he get in contact with all these people? Like, is it from, just years of doing it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. And then, honestly, there's just so much just new people that hear about it and they hit me up about it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I guess
So-
it could go that way, too.
Yeah. So I get a lot of that. And then I've just got all the bands that I've booked throughout the years that I can just hit back up.
Right.
And there's 100 bands in a 100-mile radius that are awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Like, totally awesome and are totally willing to come back. So, but yeah, like we've got shows coming up this summer that are bands from all around the world. There's a band from Greece coming,
Yeah, I saw you got like,
shit.
New Zealand,
yeah.
Czech Republic.
Damn.
Yeah, there's
Hopefully they don't bring that beer.
no, I hope not.
You don't want it.
That's another fun part about bands coming from like, especially across the country, is they'll look in the fridge for beer, and they'll see hams or something.
Yeah.
And they're like, I've never seen hams.
So
I
like-
don't know what hams is.
Well, check this out. You're about to be pissed.
You're about to be disappointed.
Welcome to
they
Indiana.
yeah, right. So
Get
then
your
they
beer-
tell us about
Get
their
your
shitty
beer
beer
tonight because you can't tomorrow.
Right.
But yeah, that's cool.
There's a lot of shitty beers across the country that we've never heard of, And like, oh, this is your worst beer? You should check out this shitty
Yeah.
beer. It's
Like,
like,
if you're ever in
first
our
of
neck
all,
of the
no.
woods.
but thanks for the advice.
Shit. Wow.
So you brought with you. You gave us some goodies here.
Yeah.
You did.
The Nick Maxson Party Pack.
Nick Maxson Party Pack.
Got
It's got a little bit of everything I'm into.
That is a sweet koozie.
stickers.
That's awesome.
I might have to add one of these to the laptop.
There's lots of goodies.
I
Dude,
think
that's
I'm gonna,
awesome.
I think I'm gonna add this one to the old laptop collection here.
It's
There you
nice.
go.
It's real nice. We did our 100th show last February.
Oh yeah,
I think we're at 130
it'll fit right
right
there.
about now.
Up to 130.
I
That's
like that.
awesome.
130 shows in 5 years.
I like
Our
that.
5-year anniversary is this April.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
The infamous Boner Jovi.
Oh, Jovi.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Dang, you got pens too?
Oh shit, there's a
Yeah.
pen in there. I'm gonna write shit down.
Yeah, that was early Doom. One of the first pieces of merch
Oh, really?
we got.
We need to get some merch, Matt.
Yeah, we do. We have business cards.
As you can probably tell, once you get a bunch of shit merch like that, you just start handing it out.
Right, you're like, here.
You're like, just fucking take this, please. I shouldn't have ordered 1,000 pens.
Oh, is this is your Maxsons and me?
Yep, that's the beer
Nice.
company that we're trying to start.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yep. All those beers I brought over there are ones we made ourselves. I brought a pale ale, a coffee stout, a English style bitter, and a pumpkin ale.
Pumpkin
Nice.
ale.
A pumpkin ale. We
That's
decided to That was for someone in particular. Someone in our family asked for the pumpkin.
Oh, really?
We got one fermenting right now that we're calling the Honey Nut Beerios.
Honey Nut Beerios.
It's got honey, and we actually put Honey Nut Cheerios in it.
What?
So
That's awesome.
How do you put stuff like that in a beer? Like, what do you do?
it's
Like,
back to it's
you just soak it in Honey Nut Cheerios, or
yeah. When you're extracting the sugars from the grain, you just put the Cheerios in just like that, and it sucks all the sugars and stuff out of it that make it taste like Honey Nut Cheerios.
Huh.
And then it's in the beer.
and you just like filter it into something.
Yep.
Or?
Yep.
Huh.
Lots of filtering.
Yeah, that's cool.
Lots of filtering.
That's
And what,
pretty
you
damn
see
cool.
beers are like, oh, it's made with whatever, you know, they'll say something, and you're like, how the fuck do you add that to that and make that work?
It's
Just literally just soak it in it.
yeah, it's crazy. There's so many beers that use the exact same ingredients, but depending on how and when, taste totally fucking different. So it's weird. Some people are more scientific about it. I just experiment. I'm like, I'm gonna do this.
That's,
I'm gonna do
that's
this.
the way to do it. Like,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
fuck around until you find something you like.
I'm wild about it. The other guy that I brew with is talking about acidity levels and hops, and I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. Like, dude, you're thinking about this a lot.
You're like, I'm just here for the cool shit.
Just
Yeah.
make sure you write. Just make sure you write down what you do in case you make something great.
Oh,
That's
exactly.
So
Yeah,
that we
we've
can-
done that a couple times where we did something awesome, and then there's no
Like, what did I do?
record of what we did, what we put in it. And we can remember some of it.
Wake
but
up the next day, shit, we got drunk off that.
God damn it.
That was delicious.
We do that way too often.
Yeah.
Way too often.
You're like, we didn't write it down. Fuck.
'Cause that's part of the brewing process. You gotta
That's all.
you
Yeah.
gotta drink beer while you're brewing
Oh, yeah.
beer.
You got to know what you're making.
But you gotta make sure that you don't, drink entirely too much beer. And we're bad at that.
Yeah.
We're
I
bad
could
at
see that.
gauging. We're bad at gauging. So
I could see that. I'd be pretty bad at brewing beer. I'd probably just be drunk all the time.
yeah.
Yeah.
What's bad is that it's a 6-hour process. So you're starting early in the day.
Oh, yeah.
So you're drunk at 2 in the afternoon.
You're like, what am I going to do while I wait these 6 hours?
Yeah.
Drink some
Right.
beer.
One of the
Drink.
parts when you're trying to get all the sugars out, it has to sit for an hour. It's like, what am I going to do for an hour?
Drink yesterday's
Drink.
batch.
And then when you're boiling it, it's an hour boil. What the fuck am I going to do for this hour? Drink. Next thing you know, you're wasted.
I'm going to see how much beer I can drink in this hour.
We've done it. We've done it.
Have you guys ever had a breathalyzer, like one of those portable ones?
Ooh.
It's a bad
no.
idea.
Very bad idea, because you get it and you're like, let's see how high we can get it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Make it a see who can hold the record.
What was
Yeah.
it, Gooch that woke up the next morning and had a fucking point like 09 or 0.1 or some
Yeah.
shit? What did
You
he
guys have a friend named Gooch?
Yeah, it's
It's same
Jeff.
Gooch.
Oh,
Yeah, same
awesome.
gooch.
Same Gooch.
Yeah.
We all like the same Gooch.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
We
I'll
took
ne-
him. We took him camping one time years ago,
It was like a 3-day camping trip up to
and we
Waveland.
just abused that kid. We just made him
Yeah.
drink all night. And
Yeah.
He was a tank.
Oh, yeah.
He was the hilltop guy.
yeah,
Hilltop
Oh,
Fortress
yeah.
guy.
yeah. I think I went to the
Completely
hilltop.
forgot about that.
Yeah. That's how I met. Well, no, I think I met him through partying first.
Yeah.
I think
But
we
then
all,
he
I think
ended
we
up-
all did.
Yeah. Yeah. We used to, when I was too young to party but still partied,
Right.
he was one of the people that was involved in that. God bless you, Gooch son.
But yeah,
we abused him that night. We had Billy made something on the fire. What did he cook?
it was a pork loin.
It was terrible.
It cooked all day over the fire. And by the time it was ready, we were so drunk.
It didn't matter.
Yeah.
We all brought our own. I think everybody brought 1 or 2 cases of beer of their own,
Uh-huh.
and then somebody brought one of those little Heineken mini kegs.
That
'Cause
was
I remember
me.
we were making.
That
Didn't we
was
try
me.
to? Didn't we try to get Gooch to do a cake stand on the mini keg
Yeah.
on the little tiny cake?
Had like a little spout that comes out.
I want video proof of that. That's what I want to see.
Oh,
Don't-
man.
Especially him then, because now he's like buff.
Oh yeah, he's all.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
back then, man, he was hilarious.
Right.
He was just a little party animal.
Yeah.
Little thrashy party animal.
I remember we were so drunk and Gooch didn't want to eat it, and Billy just told him to throw
Yes.
up and put barbecue sauce on it. And then he ate it.
Ooh.
Yeah. It was that was what, like 4th of July weekend? Was that 4th of July weekend?
Yeah, it was probably like 2011 maybe.
Yeah, it was a
2010,
while ago.
something like that.
So I started partying with, I guess it was around that time, actually. Gucci and I
Damn.
started hanging around 2010, 2011.
Because I lived, I don't know if it was the same time when I lived on Union Street. Because that
fun,
was the
too.
same time we had the backyard wrestling match, and it was Gooch and and
Of
what's
course.
his name? Kyle. I can't remember his last name.
Finney?
No.
Brown?
No.
Clemens?
No.
I,
Long
Cripe.
hair.
Smith.
Cripe.
Donaldson.
Cripe.
Kyle Cripe.
Cripe.
Kyle Cripe.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit. That's hilarious.
I think it was him and Gooch wrestled in the backyard, and then we smashed a guitar against a tree. And I had a tent set up in my backyard for
Oh,
some
yeah.
reason, and all kinds of weird shit.
And then
was
I
going
came
on.
over and I'm like, I wasn't drunk enough for it. Everybody was hammered. And I came over and I'm like, I'm just going to go home.
I don't want to get hit with anything.
No.
Oh,
They've been
shit.
drinking for a while and I hadn't even started yet. And I'm just like, I'm going to go home.
That was when Justin lived with me. It was weird times.
Yeah, that whole time period for me as well. Just 2010 to 2012. Like,
Yeah.
what are you doing, dude?
I don't know.
Don't ask me. People tell you like shit you did back in like when I first turned like 21. People
You're
are
like,
like, we did this.
I don't remember that at all.
I'm like, oh, yeah, I don't know. What the all the people come up to me like, hey man, what's up? I go, who are you?
Yeah. Oh, I get that way too much. Hey, Nick, what's up? Hey, you.
Hey,
Hey
guy.
Fella?
Hey, remember that time we were at this party? Yeah.
That was a party.
cool
that we were at.
times.
Which party?
We were there.
Good times.
Good times. Hey, I'll see you later.
That shit's ridiculous.
Later comes 3 years later. Hey.
It's like, dude, not even close anymore.
Yeah.
I have no idea who you are now.
I'm just going to say it. I don't know who you are.
Yeah.
I didn't then and I don't now.
Right. I'm one of those guys that's got like 2,200 friends on Facebook, and it's like,
Yeah.
there's no way
You're gonna that's a
that I
lot of
know
faces.
you guys. Like,
That's a lot of faces.
definitely, like, I don't add strangers, but it's like, you're like, oh, I saw that person last weekend, I'll add him.
Yeah.
But at this point, you're like,
Yeah.
I don't even know who you are. I see your opinion every day, and I don't even know who you are. Why do I care?
I don't have very many people on Facebook, but like I get weird ones every once in a while. I'll get one that someone adds me. Like it happened to me a couple months ago. Someone added me, and I looked at the thing and it said that we had like 30 mutual friends. And I'm looking at their shit and I'm like, I don't know who you are.
Then you look at those mutual friends. You're like, I don't know who those people are.
I know.
Yes.
Well, I know who
Yes.
most of them are, but like,
That
but
is
I'm like,
what.
I look at it, I'm like, I don't know if I know you, but then I'm like, maybe I do. I don't know if I'm gonna add. I don't really know.
That exact phenomenon you brought up is like, you've got 35 mutual friends. Okay, let's see the mutual friends. I don't know them. I don't know any of you people. How do you know me?
You're like, what is this?
Like, is this just a weird internet thing, or do I know you in person?
Like Nick with shotgun beers.
Is
Like,
this ISIS?
3 of them last
What is
night.
this?
Yeah, right? Oh,
like you get those friend requests. It's like, so and so added you as a friend. You have one mutual friend, and it's like someone you don't even know.
Yep.
You're like, nice try, ISIS. Block.
Right. I am not corruptible.
Yeah, and it's always like a chick.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't know,
This
and you're
it was a chick I don't know, but she
Yeah.
wasn't like.
And you go to the profile, and they have like no pictures, no posts, nothing. You're like,
Nope.
No, this
block.
was a real person from around here,
Oh, really?
but like you could tell, she was like a normal person. It wasn't a fake account,
But definitely not
but
someone
definitely not somebody that
you knew at all.
that I can recall. Like maybe I was like hammer drunk one night, and I was
Could
like,
be.
"Hey, what's up?"
Hey, we're gonna be friends on Facebook.
Apparently, I don't really know.
Some of the things Grant says when he's drunk.
Fucking Amy, don't even worry about what I'm doing when I'm drunk. Amy lived in that house on Union Street when we used to have these fucking stupid parties.
I'm embarrassed by some of the things that people remember from parties that I don't.
Oh yes.
Nick, remember when you did this? Oh my, no, but I believe I did it.
No, but now I do now.
Yeah, I do remember it now. I was doing my best to forget about it.
Yeah, you just had to bring it up.
Thank
Thanks.
you.
I think Amy should leave this thing because she's probably got some dirt on me.
Can you boot her out? just
Can we kick her out of
get
here?
out of here.
I don't even know how to do that.
I don't think Facebook cares that much.
Came home from work to everyone being drunk and weird several times. Yeah.
Yeah. That explains about every day of the week.
I had a
Insert dance bit from New Year's. No.
That
No, not again.
was a different house.
That is a different
that's a
house.
different house, David.
Oh my god.
Should I show Nick this video of you dancing?
Yeah, I mean,
might as
why
well
not?
While
since we're here.
Since we're here, and it's relevant because I just put it on Facebook the other day.
I have dirt on everyone.
Here you go. Enjoy this
All right.
gym of Matt.
It's just like surveillance cam.
Yeah, it was the security cameras in my old house.
Damn it.
What? Do you think you're alone?
He was hammered drunk.
Super drunk.
That was a really, really, really drunken New Year's Eve
That was a
party
lot of
few years
Fireball,
ago.
beer, and 3 bottles of champagne.
Ooh.
That was the night I went out back and smashed a champagne bottle on the sidewalk.
Smash 'em up.
Smash them up. That's what I said.
Yeah.
I went out back and said smash them up, and I took a champagne bottle and smashed it on the sidewalk.
Was that the same party that we did the we were playing beer pong? We did the
Yes.
Superman dunk.
Yes.
On the beer pong table
Yes, it was.
a couple times. That's a good party.
Goddamn.
So if you because you have, like you said, you want to start the brewery / venue. Obviously, there's obstacles because you'd be serving the beer as well, so you'd have to have the liquor license.
Oh yeah.
A beer license you can get though easily,
Yeah,
right?
it's
The
a
beer
lot
license.
easier.
The beer licenses aren't too bad.
And
It's
is it different with It's different with local breweries, isn't it? Because I feel like, because like with Peoples, you can go in and you can get like carry out beer and stuff like.
it's all kind of
There's a
all
different-
encompassing. There's a specific beer license that you can get that signifies that you brew it and that you're going to sell it.
Yeah, it's
And
not,
it's not too bad.
it's not the same as getting a liquor license.
No, the
Or
liquor
you-
license is the big bad
Yeah,
$100,000 license
yeah,
that
And Indiana has that weird thing where you can't just buy new ones; you have to buy used ones.
yeah. There's only so
there's
many.
only so many.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Very
I think it's
rarely
stupid.
do people sell it back to the city. They'll just
Right.
sell it right to somebody else.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I'm pretty sure Lafayette doesn't have any open. There's just way too many places.
Right.
No, you have to find. I think there's some still floating around for sale. I
They
believe.
just are willing to.
I can't remember. I was talking to somebody. Oh, well, I don't remember. I heard not too long ago that somebody was trying to find one. They're getting one, but they're expensive as shit.
Yeah.
But just getting the beer, just to do beer, it's not so bad. I don't think, is it?
No,
Like,
and I don't think there's any limit on those.
right. I don't understand I don't know why they make that. Like, if you're gonna sell beer, just let them sell liquor. What's the? I mean, at that point,
don't
what's
know.
the difference?
I don't know.
You're selling alcohol. You can get just as drunk on beer as you can on liquor. Like,
They're making an attempt to. So like. I think if you're in what they call the Riverfront District, which is just down near the Wabash, which is downtown.
yeah, that's
You-
a different license, isn't it?
There is a specific license you can get that allows you to sell liquor.
Yeah.
That's not one of these liquor licenses we're talking about. They're called three-way licenses.
Yeah, that's what David just said right there. Only a few brewers 3-way license available. Kokomo is selling one.
So, they're trying to expand Lafayette's Riverfront District
Mm-hmm.
so that they can sell more of these three-way licenses. It's bureaucratic
Right.
bullshit.
bullshit,
Yeah, it's just bullshit. Is what it is.
You want to get people drunk? No, gotta have the license.
Yeah. Yep.
It's a stupid rule to have. Like, why do you need a license to sell beer in the first place?
If I didn't have to have a license, I'd have started selling beer years ago.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
That'd be
They
cool to have a place to open up. And
oh yeah. There's, I mean, in places like Indy, they've got 15,
at
maybe
least.
20 breweries.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
There's
and
a
my
lot.
main focus, like, the beer is definitely going to be a big focus, but the shows and the music is going to be just as much, if not more.
Is,
So,
the,
right.
is the old Lafayette Records place still empty?
The downtown record?
Downtown Records place.
I don't know.
we've looked a lot down
Yeah.
in that area, like that 4th Street area. Yeah,
Yeah.
right down here. It seems like there's a lot of spots, but they're really bad at advertising
I
Yeah.
imagine the
that they're
rents.
for sale.
I imagine the rents or the either rent or buying it's pretty expensive down there. Like,
Not up the road up until you get like into downtown.
yeah,
Pretty much up till probably about the spot, I would say.
yeah,
That's when it starts to get expensive.
yeah.
David said it's basically free. What the liquor license?
The one in
Kokomo?
the one in Kokomo. That's not Tippecanoe County though. I don't need one for outside of Tippecanoe
I
County.
mean, you could do Kokomo, but
It's been empty for almost
don't know.
10 years. I don't know. It gets to the point this Facebook feed it won't like auto scroll.
I think I think he's talking about the Downtown Records. I think he's the one that said it. Told me last time. Who did we talk to about it one time?
Was it Zach?
I think it was Zach. We talked about it, and it's been empty. The old Downtown Records place has been empty, and nothing's been in there.
God, that was a sweet venue.
I think it.
I don't know if it'd be big enough size for what you're wanting to do though.
Probably not, but
It's a pretty good sized building, though. I think
might be able to make use of it.
it seemed like it was pretty.
What would be
decent
like
size.
the perfect setup is if the building next to it was for
I don't know
sale,
what
too.
it had besides. I don't know what it had behind, like
Yes, it would.
where the venue area was. I don't know what there was behind that. Like if there was any extra space, or if they just used the entire space
I don't
for the
know.
venue.
There wasn't because like you walked in and you had the stage to the left, and then you had the area downstairs which wasn't that big.
And then you had the area upstairs. I don't know if there was
Because all the
behind,
bands that would load in, all their stuff would be towards the back.
I don't know if there was like a behind area, like a room back in the back or not. I never went back that way, so
That was my favorite place to play.
it was a pretty cool place.
It was fun.
I gotta use the restroom.
Okay.
I've held as long as I can.
Oh no, you're fine.
You know where it's at?
Nope.
Nope. If you go down this stairs, take a left. There's a door at the end on the left.
Yeah, it's closed, but there's no one in there.
Down to the left. Down here to the left.
Yep.
Yeah, go left, go straight through the door. Mm-hmm. Hey man, you gotta pee, you gotta pee.
But yeah.
No riverfront.
No riverfront. What, David? God damn it, Dave.
Did you just call him Dave?
Yes, I did. Just call him Dave.
He's gonna send you a virus on the computer.
I hope you do. I hope you do. So basically, there's nowhere to fucking open a venue.
2 floors, had to keep many a kid from
Many kids from.
jumping off the balconies at shows. Yeah, I saw that happen. It was fucking awesome when it happened. Like, that kid's a hard ass.
Fuck yeah.
And he got kicked out. Riverfront licenses are basically free.
Oh, really?
David said assholes.
I mean, you had it coming, David.
I mean, what'd you expect?
You're.
How long have we known each other?
Yeah. I mean, who do you think you are?
That'd be pretty cool, though. The brewery with the venue, the music
That would be
venue.
pretty sweet.
I hope that happens.
Yeah. I've been drinking too much today.
20 suck ass years. Yeah, they've been pretty shitty.
20? Really? 20? I don't know. I mean,
I haven't known you since I was 10.
I hope not. Fuck. If I have known you since I was 10 years old, I'm gonna go jump off a bridge.
Yeah, I didn't. If we did, I didn't know it.
20 suck ass years. This is the best years of your life, you fucking
Yeah.
dick.
Close enough.
You're a prick. But I love you, David.
So yeah. Yeah, he was saying that the riverfront licenses are basically free. That's what he was talking about.
Yes, they are. But you gotta find a spot there.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
20 suck ass years.
He was talking
Yeah.
about how long he's known us, but his math was a little off.
Yeah. He can't count real good.
I like the adjective suck ass.
One problem with the old DTR place is it's right next to Lafayette Theater.
Fuck that place.
And parking, load in and out sucks. Yeah, but that's Lafayette.
Yeah, but yeah.
Yeah,
That's
right.
everywhere.
You can't ask for a lot.
There's a couple spots that we've looked at that would be just perfect, totally fucking awesome. They're not in the Riverfront District, but
But if they're perfect.
Do you have to be in the Riverfront District to get the beer thing?
nope. You
No?
can get the beer
Okay,
license
so
wherever the
can
hell
do
you
that
want.
wherever, Okay.
Our goal pretty much is to get like a beer and wine license.
Yeah.
yeah.
And then we'll just take a liquor license when it comes, because
Once you get the venue and the beer, you can save up and buy a liquor license.
yeah,
at
we're
some
not
point.
opening a bar.
Right.
Right.
We're not trying to attract people that just want to come drink. We're trying to attract beer drinkers and people that want to come to shows.
Would you be able to do a all ages venue and have the brewery in the same building?
Yes.
Yeah.
The thing with it is you just have to tell the city exactly what you're doing.
Yeah.
We want to do this, and this is what is going to go on. And they'll tell you, you need some kind of barrier between where you're selling alcohol and where the underage kids will be.
Indiana's not too hard on that, are they? Like you can have.
No, like
It just has to be like a half wall, isn't it? Like you have to
Yeah,
have like your
so-
little.
I've been trying to convince the guy down at Jerry Lee's to make the steps to make the area all ages, and he said all they would need to do is a bar, like a rail
Mm-hmm.
between the actual bar and the rest of the room.
Oh, really?
And he just says it's terribly inconvenient and people won't like it. I'm like, that's the difference between me booking my shows at your venue and me opening my own venue. So it's like you're either gonna take what you can get or you're gonna say it's too hard. So
True.
love
Some
you,
people
Casey,
are-
but
Some people are just afraid to do something new.
yeah, I think he
Yeah.
said he tried it and just
The bad thing
didn't like
about-
it. But it's like,
The only downside about all ages things are you get people buying beers and drinks for people that are underage, and you have to deal with that kind of stuff. That's hard. Some people don't want to deal with that,
yeah,
and so that's where you kind of run into some trouble. You gotta have, you gotta have staff there watching
exactly,
Right.
and making sure it's
exactly.
not happening.
And it's just not economical for some people. But
They just don't want to deal with
Yeah.
with that kind of stuff. Maybe that's a lot of it. Maybe he just doesn't want to deal with that. Like
can't
where-
afford to pay one other dude $10 an hour for 5 hours.
Doesn't
to
want the
make
hassle
sure
of
that
it
people.
and-
Yeah,
It's
I get it.
yeah.
It sucks.
It happened to me at the Eagles when I was bartending there for a short minute.
Oh, yeah?
We had an event and we would serve through a window, and I would serve and I'd ID people, but they would take the drinks back into the ballroom.
And just
Oh,
hand
yeah,
it,
and you
hand it
other
to whoever.
people.
Yeah,
Well,
and you couldn't
we
really
did
see.
we did have people walking around checking, and they finally found them and saw them doing it and kicked them out. But if they would have never caught them, we would have never known.
Right.
And it's
And then
just-
perhaps someone from Excise would have figured it
Yeah,
out before
exactly.
someone else did.
yeah.
The old Really Brothers property would be awesome for something. Yeah, that'd be perfect.
Yes, it sure would. Yes, it sure would.
Wait, what?
I don't really know what's going on over there,
I
actually.
don't know.
You talk about the Deuce of the Trilogy.
That place was awesome.
Which one?
The Reilly Brothers, the
Oh,
one
the actual,
over right off of Teal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Concord.
Yeah.
Yeah. Concord, that's the one.
Was
That place was awesome.
Was
That
that
place- it's
really Brothers or
huge.
Trilogy? What was
Yeah.
that? I don't even know what they called that place.
Which one?
What was the Trilogy and what was Really Brothers? What was the difference?
Well, they had Really Brothers, and they had Really Brothers the Deuce, and they had Really Brothers the Trilogy. It was just those.
All right there, right?
Yeah, all right there.
Okay.
That's
I never
dumb.
really. It all kind of closed down right when
And-
we were getting into being
Well,
old.
why
enough to
you
go
gotta
to
say
shit.
that, David? Why you gotta put that information out there and then be like, just sold?
David, go put your sister's
See what
panties
I'm
back
sa-
on.
See what I'm saying? He's worthless.
No, but I remember
shit.
like the first time I went there to see a band because they had like,
The old H.H. Greg.
they had that huge like
That would
other
be cool.
other section that was like huge open area
Right.
and like a giant ass stage in there.
That would have been awesome.
Oh man,
Who the fuck bought that?
yeah. Who the fuck?
David, who bought it?
Probably the Really Brothers.
They'd be like, I did.
They just opened another
I know.
really bar.
It was the son of.
Like, is it called Really Brothers, or is it like Really
No.
Bar, like Really, like
Really?
Really,
that would be hilarious because it's the Reallys, and you'd be like, really,
Really,
Everybody in town going, really? Another reallys?
Really?
Didn't they get shut down for underage drinking or
Yep.
some shit?
Ugh.
Are you gonna do that again?
If I'm not mistaken, wasn't
It's
one of one of the brothers owned
No, they
the
just,
bars, and the other brother was like the mayor or something? You know what I'm talking about?
There was, because there's Really Plaza is named after.
They just bought
somebody.
Mom's place.
Yeah, that's one of the kids though. That's one of
Oh, God,
one of the Really's.
I'm
kids.
confused.
Going down the same path.
Yeah, it's one of the kids. He bought it. I'm pretty sure. He was a bartender at Rookies.
Oh,
not
was
Rookies, not Rookies. Checkerboard.
Yeah. Yeah.
He is the mom's place. He's one of the
Oh,
Really
okay.
kids. He's one of their kids. He's a Really. He got Mom's place now, and it's really something. I don't know.
It's
what they name.
hilarious that someone who's directly connected to such terrible things can get another bar, but fucking myself, no one in town wants to hook me up with a place. They're like,
Their family
Well, one
used to
of
run
them-
this shithole town years ago.
right?
Well, what's one of them? One of the Really guys has the burrito bus running around town.
Really?
It's,
Oh, that's his?
The
yeah,
Lacora?
the big school bus, the burrito bus.
Like the black and gold one?
I've not seen that.
Oh yeah,
This is the black and
I
gold
like
one?
Yeah.
burritos.
Yeah.
it's the burrito bus.
I mean, who
I think
doesn't like
it's-
burritos?
I think that's Tom Really, I believe.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I
He's
see
running
that. I see that fucking thing every morning when I go to work.
It's a food truck. type
I've
thing.
not seen the burrito bus. I drive up McCarty to Maine and see the Lacoras.
I haven't seen
Oh,
that one.
yeah.
That taco bus, man, they make mean
I bet.
tacos. They're good. They're real good.
God, I love tacos.
Me too. You brought up Rookies. That's my taco spot.
Really?
That's my
They
my
have good
taco
tacos?
Taco
I don't-
Tuesday. That's where I go. Rookies.
I don't
Damn.
know if I've ever had their tacos.
They're dope. I get the chorizo.
They have good wings.
We went
Do
to
they?
high
They have
school
good.
with
Their
one.
food's good. All their food's good there.
For pretty much being bar food,
It's
it's
great.
good.
Their
Yeah.
It's good
wings?
food.
Rookies?
I've not had the wings.
Best
good.
wings in town.
Literally, I've only gone there for Taco Tuesday.
Damn.
Expand your horizons over there. It's
I
pretty
will.
Good.
When's wing day? Because they have a wing day.
Probably
Yeah.
Thursday
I
Their
think
wings
it's,
are phenomenal.
because they do because it's the same guys that own the checkerboard, right?
Yeah.
really.
Yeah.
I believe.
No, that's really.
No, Nick.
Really?
I think it's the same guys. Rookies and checkerboard are all one
I didn't know that.
group of guys now or something.
That's stupid.
It's good,
Make some
though.
room for the rest of us.
Damn
But
Monopoly.
They did go the
Right.
checkerboard though. They turned that place around.
I do like the checkerboard.
did.
They just had zombie dust on tap.
no
What?
shit.
Yeah,
See, that's the only one I don't
See, I
like
didn't know that.
from Three
But-
Floyds.
but a lot of people really, really like it.
I know,
And it's
I-
one of their expensive beers. And
Yeah.
the checkerboard, which to me, it's a hole in the wall. You know,
Yeah, they've
But-
been making it better. I think
that's awesome.
they do because the checkerboard does Thursday night wing specials. I used to go all the time. It was like 14.50 or something for a bucket of beer and 12 wings. I used to
Damn.
go, and the wings were damn good. And I
Damn.
think it's the same wing recipe at Rookies, I believe. I'm not sure.
Well, at
Interesting.
Checkerboard, you can only get traditional.
No, you can get. They
can
got all
get
kinds of
boneless?
flavors. Oh, no, okay. Yeah,
I'm
I
a
don't know.
I'm a
Yeah.
boneless guy.
I think
I am too.
I think they only have the bone.
I can't
Bone-in
I can't
wings.
go through the extra effort of ripping it off the bone.
They're pretty delicious.
I need to
We
just
did used to do that every week. Go into Checkerboard, get the wings in the
Yeah,
bucket.
we need to do that again.
Yeah.
It's a good time. It's good shit.
It's good shat.
Yeah. Goddamn.
Yeah.
I gotta go pee.
Yeah, I held on for at least 20, 30 minutes before I was like, I have to go.
I think you broke me as soon as you said it. I was like, I gotta go
Alright.
pee too.
Yeah. He's like, I gotta go pee pee.
I was looking at the time. I'm like, am I gonna be able to hold on? Am I gonna have to pee again?
So that was the joke we had when we did our it was like the big live episode that we did for our 1 year anniversary.
Mhm.
We did 6 hours
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Holy shit!
and we got drunk.
We just did a special episode for Christmas with one of my buddies,
Uh-huh.
and the goal was just get plastered.
Right.
And by the end of it, like some of us had our shirts off. We were just fucking. We were wilding out.
Sweating the booze out.
Yeah, it was a mess. It was a total mess.
Yeah, it was crazy because we were trying to do it at we were wanting to do it at a venue, but we didn't have enough time to plan it, so we just ended up doing it here.
You just get a bunch of people up in here.
Yeah, we had on a few bands, and then a few guests come in, and then had some friends on and stuff that they knew how to do. They would perform and everything.
Oh, cool.
And I'd play guitar, and I'd perform with a girl, and she sang, and like it was a lot of fun, but God, it was nuts.
That sounds crazy.
Yeah, and Hotbox sponsored it, so we had pizza for everyone.
I did see that.
Yeah.
I did see that. Damn, that's awesome. That's what you want, where you're able to sit in your house and get sponsors for stuff like that. Like, they just delivered the food and booze right to us.
Yeah, they did. They delivered it, and they're like, "Here you go."
That's awesome.
Cool. So we put their logo and everything on this. It was really cool.
That's awesome.
It was fun.
You got a hell of a setup here. I know you've been doing it for a while.
Yeah.
But my setup is mediocre.
Well, I mean, you guys just started too, so.
Yeah, we're just a couple in.
Yeah, I mean,
this is nice.
Yeah, because you guys do the audio.
Just audio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that we used to do that, and then I was like, I kind of want to go to video too.
Yeah.
Just for fun. But we still do the audio. We just take this and then just
throw it
upload
on.
Yeah.
What do you guys use? What platform do you primarily use?
We use what is it?
iTunes, Spotify.
Yeah, we use iTunes, Google Play. We're on Stitcher, YouTube. But we use that Libsyn, and then it pretty much does all the work for us.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
But
Cool.
he handles that side of it, like all the Libsyn stuff. And
What do you guys put yours on? Like, how do you guys do it?
I think we primarily go through Podbean.
yeah,
Okay.
that's a good one too.
That's about the same as Libsyn. It's
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
the same kind of thing,
I
I believe.
don't do any of the work. I'm part of a network,
oh, okay.
and so my buddies they're the ones that take care of it. So I just record it, send it to them, and
They're like, hey, it's uploaded.
they edit it and they upload it.
Really?
And
Wow.
they take care of
Nice.
all that for me. So I'm a little spoiled, but
Dang.
We don't even, at this point, because we do the video now and we live stream it, I don't edit it anymore.
right.
I used to record it on my laptop and edit it and do everything else.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's like we got it going, since it's going live on Facebook and YouTube, I don't edit it. I wait, it publishes to YouTube, and then I pull the file off YouTube, and then I pull the audio only file off.
And then throw it to the other
I
stuff.
throw that to iTunes and stuff. It just
cool.
unedited, whatever it is, that's what it is at this point. It's just, they got to where it was going to be, we go 2 hours, I'm just going to throw it all on there. You can listen to the whole damn thing.
Yeah. right.
Yeah.
We're not editing it,
Yeah.
just take it as it is.
Yeah.
So.
And a
Well,
lot
I
of
used to
people,
edit it,
a lot of
and I
people
used
like
to-
that raw sound too.
Oh yeah.
Like, they like to hear the little quips in between, and
Yep.
If it gets, now we have had some where it gets like where we've done a live stream and we were to call a band or something, we couldn't get a hold of them, and we had like a 20-30 minute gap in time.
yeah.
Right.
I'll go back on the audio only version. I'll go back and I'll cut that gap out.
Right.
But
Yeah, 'cause we did an episode. It was a double feature. We called one guy
yeah,
who was out in California, and then the other guy was like in our time zone. So it was like, and then we ended up having like 30 minutes where there was like,
Just dead
we
space.
weren't
Yeah.
prepared for it. We're like, yeah, we had 30 minutes that we were not ready to fill, and we were just sitting here like, so what's up?
yeah, we're like, it's gonna get awkward.
Yeah.
So I
we,
cut-
we've had those moments where you're just kind of like, somebody say something,
Yeah,
please.
Why are we out of things to talk about?
We've learned like tonight we were debating like we decided tonight not to write down questions. Like normally when we call a band, we'll have a list of questions we
Right.
have for the band,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll have an outline of the show how we want to do it. Tonight we were like, let's just fucking wing it with Nick. He's gonna be here in person.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
usually easier to talk to somebody when they're here in person, not over the
Mhm.
phone. So we didn't do it tonight.
I was really hoping you guys would have something, because I was sitting there trying to prepare as much as I could. I'm like, they're gonna direct it, and if they're not, then we're just gonna figure shit to talk about.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, well,
That's-
I just, I
We
was-
got topics and stuff.
Oh,
Of
yeah.
other stuff to talk about.
right.
But
yeah, we got like the full show outline. Like,
this
if you
is
wanna
what we
hang out.
normally do.
Oh shit! Damn.
This is what we normally do is a full show outline.
Damn.
And then in that we would have questions for our guests, but normally
Right.
our guest would, if we have somebody in person, it's different.
I'm glad that I was able to just keep it rolling.
I like it
We're
better.
just gonna figure it out.
Yeah, I like when we can just talk to somebody and keep it, whatever. But,
Right.
Yeah, we do have a full outline of a show that we
That's
could
awesome.
do if it gets off track. But
We've been doing all right. I'm sure you guys weren't anticipating talking about sharing panties with your
no,
sister,
that's
but
fine. That's fine.
thank you for that.
No, the biggest,
That's why I like doing it on Facebook, because people can interact and then it adds
Oh,
more to
yeah.
the show.
Oh, definitely.
for me,
So-
I don't care what direction the show goes in, as long as we're talking.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. There's got to be something to say.
We're
Yeah.
not just sitting here like,
Like, hey, look at this on Facebook.
Yeah. Let's check our phones real
we're
quick.
just sitting here like
Where did that come from?
yeah.
Yeah.
Where'd I get
that's
that
what-
scar from? Cool.
Nice.
Yeah. Chicks love scar. No, that's just
This
just the imprints
from
in
the
your
war.
hand.
Speaking of the show, do you want to run through it real quick before we go, or do you want to put any of that stuff out there?
Yeah.
Let's see what you got. Let's see if we can.
Oh yeah.
We always run through a few things at least. We've got
Yeah.
I saw something about.
We do it-
Where did you say it? It was the Metal Blades thing. Yeah, the As I Lay Dying. That's some weird shit.
Right.
Like he's just back. Like, by the way, sorry that I tried to kill my wife.
Yeah, but
Do y'all forgive me?
is he back with them?
yeah, he's back with them.
I don't
Right.
think they're all together. I think he's
Oh,
just.
really?
I think Tim Lebesis is just taking the
He's-
name.
He's like, this is mine
No
now.
shit.
Yeah. Well, and right when it all went down, that was a big thing. Is that
okay.
it was a do they move on
Right, and they never did.
as
though.
that they just moved on to Woven War, but because Tim was like, I have all the copyrights.
Oh,
Like,
no
So the other
shit.
guys did move on.
yeah, they moved on. They did something called Woven War.
I had no idea.
Yeah,
I knew they did something
Shit.
else, but I never really knew what happened with the name As I Lay Dying.
I'm pretty sure they determined that
So
It's
he
him.
owns the rights.
he
to
owns
it?
the rights to
No
the name.
Shit. What a dick.
Wow.
That's a bold move on Metal Blade's part to
Yeah.
Yeah,
just
it is.
Yeah.
right when he comes out and is like, I made a mistake, but
Like, he was
I'm
never-
doing it again.
Yeah.
And then then they're just like, okay,
He actually
Here we go.
like he
Wow.
was convicted for it, right? Like,
oh yeah,
Yeah.
he went to prison.
Yeah, I say he wasn't. It wasn't like he got acquitted or anything.
No.
He was
No.
legit. Like
And he admitted it.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
like, yeah, I did it.
He's like,
what
yeah.
the fuck?
I was in a dark place, like,
Wow.
and the only way out
he only
was
did
to
a couple years,
kill-
like
it couldn't have been
5-6
5 or
years
6 years. Yeah,
Wow.
for attempt. Like it must not have been attempted murder. I don't know what they got him for, but
it was a mess.
conspiracy maybe or something. I don't know.
Damn conspiracies.
For only 5 or 6 years. I mean, it doesn't seem like he got enough time for.
For hiring a hitman
Yeah.
to kill your wife,
Right.
5 years ain't too bad, I guess.
I guess when you got the money.
Good to know.
Well, you got to be able to afford the good lawyers.
Right? Yeah, right.
Us guys, we'd probably get 20 to 20,
Yeah, we'd be
20
fucked.
to life.
We'd be
Right.
fucked. That's great.
Shit.
What else you guys got up there?
Well, we always like to do our little history lesson here.
Ooh.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
January 6, 1958, Gibson Guitars launched its Flying V electric guitar.
Whoa.
Fuck yeah.
That's cool.
On this day.
That's really cool.
Some people that played it are Albert Collins, Jimi Hendrix, Mark Bolan. Is that how you say that?
I'm not sure who he is.
I'm not either. Billy Gibbons from ZZ.
there we go.
From ZZ
A
Top.
massive beard.
The biggest.
Also
Yes.
on January 6, 1975. The good years. The mayor of Boston canceled a Led Zeppelin concert after over 2,000 fans rioted trying to buy tickets. The fans caused an estimated 50,000 to 75,000 damage to Boston Garden. Boston. The gig during the band's North American tour was rescheduled for February 4th.
Damn.
Dude, I'd fight someone for some Led Zeppelin tickets.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, I would. I can't imagine me being so hyped up to buy Zeppelin tickets that I cost $50,000
Right.
worth of damage, but you know,
You know, whatever.
here we are.
Speaking of tickets, actually, this is a good question I was going to ask you about, since you're into the whole venues and everything.
Mhm.
What do you feel about like when you go and buy a fucking
Oh, yeah.
ticket from Ticketmaster and they charge you with all these service charges? How do you feel about it?
I think it's mostly bullshit.
Okay.
Like, because you go from paying $25 to paying $40.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
Don't get me wrong, like for the convenience of being able to buy it, you know, that's
Yeah, but
I'm down-
$5 maybe.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. On a
That's what
15
yeah.
on a $25 ticket, I'll pay $5 in fees. But yeah, I hate that shit. And even here locally, like when they sell tickets online, like
Yeah.
you go from paying like buy your tickets in advance, save some bucks. No, you're not.
No.
You're paying the ticket fees.
Yeah.
So you're buy your ticket for $5 cheaper.
I kind of wonder
But
what
then
they're
there's-
basing these fees off of. Like, where are they getting the prices from? Because you got to pay for like a convenience fee. Then you
Yeah.
got to pay for the venue fee.
Why can't they
And
just
then
say
you pay
the
a
ticket's
processing
$50?
fee.
I can't even begin to explain that
That's why I don't
bullshit.
get
Like
it.
when I go to buy a big ticket, like when I bought my Tool ticket,
Yeah.
it was $20 or $30 in fees
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
are venue fees, stepping on our concrete feet. Just every single
just
fee you
weird
can
shit.
imagine.
And you're like, what the?
Well, and that's
Why are
what,
you charging me for all that?
Yeah.
when I was looking at that thing I sent you today, somebody bitching about it. I was looking on Reddit and somebody said something about it, and I sent it to him, and they were talking about on the comments in there. They're like, Live Nation owns all these venues. Like, so like, somebody was like, you'll bitch at Live Nation. They say, well, the venue charges us, but when you look at the venue, Live Nation owns the venue.
Right.
So what the fuck is like? Why are you charging?
Oh, got us.
Like, what
Yeah.
the fuck?
Got him.
Yep.
It doesn't make any sense. Just say the ticket's $50 if you're
Yeah.
gonna pay $50 on the end of it. Like,
Yeah,
Right.
because if I see a ticket that's $20, I'm like, oh hell yeah.
And then
Now I really want to go. Then you're
Yeah.
like,
but actually it's
$50.
$50. And then on top of all of that, you got to pay parking somewhere.
Yep, and it's usually like
Right.
it's usually like $20-$30,
Yeah,
Everybody's trying to
that's if
get
you-
their piece.
and that's parking at the venue.
it's fine with getting your piece.
At the venue.
Yeah,
At the venue. You already paid the
Yeah.
$10 convenience fee. Like,
It's fine if you have to charge this much to make the place operate, like all this money, and you need to charge that to make it operate, and that's the only way you can make ends meet.
sure.
But up front, when you go to buy the ticket, say the ticket's $50 or $100 or whatever it is,
Just say it.
just give us the fucking
Yeah.
price. Like,
I'll fall for that before
yeah.
you literally double
Like
the
when it
ticket
says,
price
you know,
with
you want to go
fees.
see so and so, and it's going to be $75 a ticket, and then when I go to check out and it's $75, that's fine.
Boom.
Right.
That works
but when,
for me.
when Matt texts me, he goes, "Hey, so and so is playing at wherever for $20," and I go, "Fuck yeah, let's get some tickets," and I go click on it and I go, "Oh,"
another $20 in fees.
It's actually $40.
Yeah, it's a
like,
fuckers.
"Oh, cool, I guess." Like,
They're like, fuck you, you'll still buy it.
exactly. That's exactly what they do.
Right.
Fuck you, you'll
Because
still
you're already
buy it.
so deep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's your favorite band. You're still gonna fucking pay.
Then
for
it gives
it.
you like a time limit. You got 3 minutes to
yeah,
decide.
that's the other
And
bullshit.
then your heart's just boom, boom.
I fucking love that tactic. You have 3 minutes
3
to
minutes.
decide to buy this ticket.
Or these tickets expire. You know what I do? I usually just back out and redo it.
The same price.
Yeah.
Right.
I'd be pissed if it was even more.
Right.
Assholes. I hate that shit.
Yeah.
Expiration of time.
Disingenuous.
Fee.
Just be straight up about
Yeah,
it.
just tell me how much the goddamn ticket is.
Oh, you think they're $20? Just wait.
You fool.
There's a guy sitting in the room like, yes.
Diddy changes his name to Love.
Yeah.
Wait,
For the
what?
second time.
And that already happened.
Yeah.
I didn't know that already happened.
Yeah, because the first time they gave him so much shit about it, and he was like, look, guys, I was just kidding.
Wait, you said this something a couple weeks ago. What was it?
Yeah, he changed it to Love, and then people gave him too much shit, and then he was like, I was just kidding. I was just feeling in the
So he
moment.
did it
I was feeling
again?
a lot of love, and I wanted to change my name. And then he was like, it's still Diddy. And then now he does it again.
So he does Love again.
Yeah.
He
What?
just announced he was putting a bid in for some football team. Did you
No
hear about
shit.
that?
Really?
I can't recall which team it was. Someone will have to chime in
Was
or
it the Browns?
check it out. I don't.
Because they're
Maybe
0-16.
the Panthers or something like
Panthers,
that.
wow.
I don't know, but it
You
was
know, that would actually make sense because there's like a whole bunch of shit going on with like the Panthers owner and like he
yeah.
stepped away and all that stuff.
No, really.
So they were.
Yeah,
he
something
came out and
about-
said that he
Something
was
about
interested.
sexual harassment and all that
Mhm.
stuff.
Got another one.
You know, yeah, got him.
Got him.
He's like, got to keep the trend going, I guess. I don't know.
Anybody here want to take the fall for the NFL for sexual harassment? That guy, you're the one.
Is his name P Love?
P.
What's the P stand for? Whatever you want it to.
It was
baby.
like when Snoop Dogg changed his name to Snoop Lion or some shit.
That didn't last long.
Did
Yeah.
not.
And he was wearing all like reggae clothing.
He smoked way too much pot at that point. Like,
He did.
I don't know how he did it.
He hit those dabs for the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he was
"Oh."
just like, dude, what if I'm lying? Next thing you know, we had to deal with that shit for 6 months.
He went back to regular weed. Man,
He's
that was
texting his fucking lawyer, change my name to Snoop Lion.
do it now. I'll forward you the money. Just do it.
What a dick.
So we got a couple local spotlight shows
Yeah.
coming up next week.
What do we got?
Friday, January 12th, a former Honky Tonk acolyte, Adam Lee, will be performing at Digby's Pub and Patio. Show starts at 9 p.m. No cover, and the event is all ages.
Nice. I like Digby's.
Yeah.
The food's tight.
Yeah,
I love
it
the
is.
patio.
Yeah.
I can't
Yeah.
wait till it gets warmer.
Oh, the patio during the warm season.
I
Oh,
can't wait
yeah.
till
Got all
it
the
gets warmer
lights and
either.
everything
Fuck.
out there. It's awesome.
Negative fucking 10 this morning.
Dude, that's shorts weather.
We're almost
heat
out
wave.
of it.
Almost out of it.
Tomorrow's 30, and then we got 30s and 40s all week.
See, they said
No
that last
shit.
week. They said it Friday was going to be 30, and I wake up and it says -11. I was like, those lying sons of bitches.
That's just so wrong.
Yeah.
I got
It's
called
nowhere
in.
near right.
I got called into work today at 6 a.m.
Oh, right in the prime.
and I went out and I started my van and
Just wanted to
I
die.
let it run for a few minutes and I got in it and the damn thing said it was like -10 out and I thought, why in the fuck am I doing this?
Why is it worth it?
Is this worth it? Why am I here right now? It did, and the bullshit is I drove from my house all the way to the west side, which is like 20-minute drive or more. Still wasn't warm.
Just to pull open
Just-
a door.
Yeah, just to yank a door open. Just
There you go.
Damn it.
That'll be $5,000.
that's what it's probably gonna be.
Thank you.
Yeah, I was pissed. I was pretty pissed. But anyways, Saturday, January I drank too much tonight. I've been drinking. January 13th, Summer Camp on the Road tour will be coming through Lafayette and stopping at the Lafayette Theater. The tour features Bay Bands, Graciously Departed, Mind Enigma, JWB and Friends, and Traveling Broke and Out of Gas. The show starts at 8 p.m. Tickets are available at ticketfly.com.
Mhm.
Tickets will only cost twice as much as they should at ticketfly.com.
I've bought tickets through Ticketfly. And
They're not too bad.
Yeah, they're not too bad.
I don't think they're as bad as Ticketmaster.
Yeah, Ticketmaster.
No, Ticketmaster sucks. And
Yeah.
they just got sued like big time.
Yeah.
I think I've still got 2 or 3 free tickets from them
No shit.
because they were overcharging on the fees.
How do you get in on that?
It was a class action lawsuit.
Huh.
And if you'd bought tickets between a certain period of time,
I didn't hear about that.
Get free tickets.
I'm sure I bought at least one ticket.
it was at least a
between
year ago that
Damn.
that
Hey.
it settled.
Hmm.
So
Oh, maybe I don't know. Okay, so it's a little older than I'm thinking.
yeah, I've not used any of them because they don't even let you. Like it's not you can't use them for any show you want. You can only use your free tickets on certain shows.
What?
I'm like,
what the fuck?
Way to
So,
kick
like,
me
they
when you're
choose,
down
like-
Yeah.
again.
So like
Yeah.
they're like making you use them on like.
You want
the-
free tickets? Yeah. Ah, only these.
and they
only-
just look at your ticket preference and they make sure that whatever shows you like to go to, like, nope.
Oh, they really fuck you when
Nick
you,
can't
when you
go for-
resell your tickets too.
Oh yeah, oh yeah,
Wow.
Because I was gonna go to the Styx REO Speedwagon,
that would have been sweet.
didn't go, so I just resold the tickets for what I bought them for.
Here's
Mhm.
$1.
They gave me 68 cents.
What?
Yeah,
What the fuck?
somebody bought the ticket for the 20 that I put it up for because that's what I paid for. So I was like,
Mhm.
oh, I'll get 20 back. Nope, I got 68 cents.
Fuck Ticketmaster.
Yeah, and I was like, you know what? I'm not even fucking claiming that.
Right.
They
Fucking
just,
assholes.
they just kept sending me emails. Please claim your money. What money?
You wish I would.
It's not even $1.
I hope it cost them to show that you owe money on there. Like I hope
Right.
it cost them a certain amount of money.
Yeah.
To like hold your money and
Yep.
like I don't know.
Good,
It
it
probably.
should.
I'm sure it doesn't. But
It'd be
I
nice
wish
if it did.
I wish it did.
Just to bite
Yeah,
those
because when
assholes.
they had that like the summer day ticket sales and like there was a shit ton of shows where tickets were only like $20.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah.
40 after
Yeah.
the fees. I was like, hell yeah! So I just started buying tickets.
Right. Got
Yeah.
boned.
Yep, I did.
What else we got?
So Misfits
Damn.
banned cell phones at reunion show, and
No
then
shit.
people take photos anyways.
Right.
What do you think about that shit? Like people taking photos at shows,
I don't give a shit.
right?
Like, you know, pretty much when you're making those kind of proclamations, the Misfits, Queens of the Stone Age, Tool.
Right.
When you're making those kinds of things, you're making money, like
Right.
major money. So what are you losing at that point? People only paying 60% attention as opposed to 100.
Right. It's like they bought the ticket.
They've already bought the ticket. They've already bought their alcohol. They've already bought your merch. Like, you got what
Right.
you needed. If someone wants to sit there and take a fucking video, just like let them take a video.
Right.
Like, who
That's good.
cares?
That's a very good point.
That's my like, I've thought that since the beginning.
And they're like,
I don't
well, we
understand
want them
it.
to experience the music. It's like, yeah, I
Right.
get that.
It's not your
but
fucking. It's not your fucking job. Your
Right.
job is to make me happy.
Your
and you-
job was to sell tickets, and that's what you did.
Yeah. So shut up about it. Did
Yeah.
you hear about the Queens of the Stone
Yeah,
Age
kick
guy?
the person in the face.
I didn't hear that one.
Yeah.
Perfect video of it and everything. Someone's got a camera up in the front row, and
Which they probably had to punch 12 people to get up there for.
and he comes. He's playing guitar, and he comes walking up in front and just throws his leg out and kicks her in the head.
What was the one we were talking about?
Wasn't it that he meant to kick the phone out of her hand? But still, either way, that's the wrong thing to do.
I think when he made his statement, he said that he had no explanation. He said,
Wow.
He said, I'm an asshole. I shouldn't have done that. I have no way to explain that. Like,
He's like, hey, look, I'm an asshole. I do asshole things.
right.
Like kick people in the fucking head.
It's 2017 America. Nobody cares. No
Yeah.
one cares. You just elected Donald Trump. No one
Yeah,
cares.
No one fucking cares. My best friend Mac over here, he doesn't give a fuck.
No one cares. Kick
Who
all
is
your fans in the head. No one
Yeah,
cares.
no one cares.
Who was the band we were talking about that did it?
Fuck, I can't remember.
I don't, wasn't Queens of the Stone Age. It was somebody else. I can't remember who it was though.
Perfect
maybe,
Circle is just as bad.
Are they?
Maybe it was it
Mhm.
Perfect Circle?
It's Maynard.
Yeah, I mean, same guy.
I think it
Was it?
was it Maynard.
Oh no, they put
What
up.
was
It was about cell phones. They put up.
But no, there was a guy that took a cell phone from somebody,
Oh,
and it was somebody in the crowd. He took the cell phone from him and broke it. I can't
Yeah.
remember who it was.
There've been a couple metal guys that have done it too. It's just like,
Yeah.
give
Yeah.
it the fuck up, guys. Just
Right.
like I
who
get,
cares?
I get if they're getting on the stage and bothering you, but
Sitting in the front row,
Yeah.
sitting. Who cares?
right.
Excuse
yeah.
the fuck out of them for paying for a ticket to go watch you perform.
Oh, they bought a $400 front row ticket. Yeah, let them.
Who-
Yeah.
What?
What's up, Darren?
Oh shit.
P Love.
Penis love.
What else we got? Kendrick Lamar's producing the Black Panther soundtrack. I'm excited
Yeah.
about that. I like Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
I'm not
too.
Hip hop and rap's not my total forte, but
Right.
I've definitely Kendrick is one of the few that I've listened to recently that I really like.
Yeah.
And I'm digging what I've seen about the Black Panther so far. And
Yeah.
I'm not really into the Marvel Universe shit.
Right.
Like I think the one that I always go to is Ant-Man. And I've heard it's a good movie, but I'm like, did we need an
I
Ant-Man
haven't
movie?
seen that one.
You know, they're just taking
Yeah.
it too far.
It's
but-
cool, but no, it wasn't necessary.
Right.
I do like
so-
Paul Rudd though. Paul Rudd's
Yeah.
pretty funny. He's a funny dude.
But,
Right.
I mean, the
Yeah.
movie wasn't necessary.
I never saw the movie.
It's almost as if I know the movie. Like, it's about a guy who turns into an ant and Paul Rudd is playing him. I know what the movie's about.
So
Yeah,
Like,
it's
I
got
mean,
some comic relief.
Paul
and-
Rudd is going to say Paul Rudd things. And it's
Which he
gonna
does.
Be,
He does.
it's I don't need to see that. But,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
what was Black Panther in? The Civil War?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in Civil War. Yeah.
Yeah, so was
I-
Ant-Man. That was the only time I saw the Ant-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He was
okay.
in that.
Yeah, I saw him in Civil War.
And then you're
but-
like, what's Paul Rudd doing?
Yeah.
Right. Where
and,
the fuck
and
did that guy come
and
from?
the new Spider-Man kid was in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're doing another Ant-Man. They're doing Ant-Man
No
versus
shit.
the Wasp or something.
Yeah, it's like Ant-Man and Wasp or some shit.
I need to
don't
see
know.
the first one. Shit.
They've
Yeah,
got-
it's Marvel's like they're like, hey, you want movies? Cool. Here's that one. Here's that
They're
one.
making
Here's
everything
that
into a
one.
movie.
What do you think they're going to do when they reach, because this is all building to
Yeah, the
the
Infinity,
Infinity
War.
Wars, and they've got 2 Infinity Wars. Do you think they're going to go
Beyond that.
beyond that? Do you think they're going to start anew at a different segment of the...
Yeah,
I just don't know. I don't know.
They're calling it phases.
I don't know the
Right.
story.
Right. I don't know the story either.
I think after
So-
the Infinity Wars, it's gonna be all new.
But I feel like if they're building up to this big thing, the Infinity Wars are probably going to be 4 movies.
I think they've...
But it's only 2.
I think they said 2.
No, 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're
It's
gonna
got to
get-
be more than 1 at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be part 1 and part 2. And then
Okay.
I don't know what they're doing in between. But I know because they release it every year. They're like, these
Yeah.
are the 6 movies you're gonna get next.
Well,
and it's like,
Marvel's doing the Venom movie with Tom Hardy.
which I'm down.
Yeah, I'm down for
I
that.
really like Tom Hardy.
Then they're
and
gonna
I'm
be doing
so fucking Topher Grace playing Venom.
fuck off, Topher
The guy
Grace.
from that '70s show.
Yeah.
That is who
Wait,
that is.
Wasn't
And
he the other Spider-Man? Who was the original Spider-Man?
What, the Sam Raimi ones?
The older ones. Was
Yeah.
that Topher Grace?
No, Topher Grace was in the third one. He played Venom,
yeah,
Oh.
but it was
Tobey Maguire.
yeah,
He played.
Tobey Maguire was
fucking
the old
Seabiscuit.
Yeah.
Spider-Man. Okay.
So they went
Yeah.
Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and now this.
Which honestly,
Kid.
I like the Andrew Garfield ones the best.
Me too.
They were awesome.
What was the?
Who's the kid now? What's
No
his
one
name?
knows.
What's his name? Fucking
A
He was
nobody.
just in Civil War. What's his name?
I don't know what his name
That's a
is.
different kid. There's so many fucking.
Tom Holland. That's what it
That
is.
there it is,
Yeah.
and that's pretty much just Iron Man 4 from what I heard.
Oh, it was Corey Taylor smacked it out of a kid's hand.
Yes, yes. I knew it was Slipknot. I was like, I felt like Slipknot was
Darren
the
said,
one.
"Guess where I is?
Where is you?
Where are you? Are you in Lafayette?"
You better not be,
Mr. Strong.
unless you want to come over here and drink some fucking beers, Darren.
Let's see. Where are we at now? I just read an
don't know
article
where-
about why Justin Timberlake's not cool anymore.
Well, Justin
cool.
Timberlake's awesome. I love Justin
Well,
Timberlake.
JT,
I do too, and I
Guy's cool.
and I have forever. What did
he's a very talented individual.
he is? He's doing like a country album now.
No
What?
shit.
That's what I heard.
I saw him. He was on YouTube doing Friends in Low Places.
yeah.
Oh shit!
Awesome. He did a fucking awesome job on it.
What's that say?
I'd never cared
New
for the
album.
boy band stuff, but when Justin Timberlake was in what was that fucking movie that I have?
The gangster one?
Mm,
What was it?
it was a while ago. They kidnap a kid and shit.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about, but I can't remember what it
Fuck,
is.
what was the name of that movie?
Darren said he's in town transferring video.
Well, does that mean Lafayette, Darren?
I mean, because you could be in any town.
Final Warped Tour dates have been announced.
Mm-hmm.
You
No
guys,
shit.
you guys got any? Are you guys Warped Tour guys? Did you go to Warped Tour?
Yeah.
The last one I went to was 06.
Yeah, I went to.
Okay, so I
07.
went. I think I went 8, 9, 10.
I think the last one I went to was 7 or 8.
So what do you
Yeah.
think it needs to be? Who do you think needs to be on it?
Definitely no effects.
I've heard NoFX. I've heard
Fucking some-
Blink.
Blink, but that's not gonna happen because not the real Blink, and they can fuck
Tom's
off.
gonna be out in Mars by then.
Yeah.
You know? So
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. I love Tom. He's my favorite fucking person
he's
on
pretty,
earth.
he's
I think-
pretty nuts. I like
think-
it.
I fucking love that.
I do
dude.
like him. He's pretty out
I
there.
think definitely no effects has to be because they were there at the beginning with the Warp Tour.
How
I don't
many-
really know. I don't know because I've only gone to a couple Warp Tours, so I don't really.
I don't know what it means to them. Like I'm one of those weird
me-
guys. Like I think Devil Wears Prada headlined
That would
every year I went.
They were
Really?
there in 07.
So in my head,
I think
you
they were
know.
there in 07 when I went.
but I don't know.
Hmm.
I've not listened to Devil Wears Prada in a couple of years. I don't know if they still.
I think if this truly is the last shebang, the last hurrah,
no effects.
they need to get like
Um,
some classic big names.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Who else was big? I don't know who was big in Warp Tour when they started though.
Me neither. I
For
got
me-
into it when it was emo shit.
Yeah.
Right.
For me, it would
Which
be
I loved,
Like, it'd be
but-
like Blink. I would love to see like Sum 41 come
Yeah,
into
Sum
it.
There we
41
go.
would be cool.
That'd be cool.
From Mom to
Uh,
Ashes would be sweet to come back because that was a big one for us when we
Yeah.
saw them at Warp Tour.
That'd be cool. But I'm pretty sure like they like
See, when we saw it, it was
some
like
of the-
it was From
some of
Mom
the
to
members of that
Ashes.
band hate each other.
It was like From Mom to Ashes. Every Time I Die.
Stretch Armstrong.
Every time I die,
That would be
E.T.
good.
there we
Yeah.
go.
Every time that would be insane.
That would be awesome.
The year that we went, they were on one of the smaller main stages, and they had a circle pit, and I'm like, this is the coolest thing ever.
Yeah.
Just like out in the open, a giant ass circle
I'm
pit.
trying to think of who we saw all.
I guess I just look at it different. Like it's definitely like
Yeah.
a punk thing, but to me it was like a metalcore
Right.
Yeah.
thing. Like I remember that's
Under Oath was a big one.
Under Oath is the one.
See, when I was when
August
we
Burns
went,
Red.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
AFI was at was one of the headliners 06, I
Yeah.
think.
AFI would be tight.
Yeah, that would.
I
be.
saw them at a Riot Fest. They're fucking awesome.
You are not
Hmm.
outside my window. You have no idea where I live. Look out! Oh shit!
He is.
I think at my first Warped Tour I saw We Came as Romans,
Story of the year.
and they blew it.
No shit.
I loved them.
What
We
would be
Came
a-
as Romans was like my favorite band at the time, and I saw them live, and
Ooh,
it
that's a good question.
it blew
Steve.
it.
What would a bucket list of bands you guys would want to see?
That I haven't seen.
That I've not seen, like, you mean like for Warped Tour or just in general?
Amber said in 2008 I walked into Katy Perry.
What?
What?
What? Katy Perry? What?
Amber K, you crazy.
Explain yourself.
Yeah, explain yourself.
Bands that I
A
want.
bucket like that
I
are-
have not. You guys are gonna love this and
that are-
laugh at it. I've still not seen My Chemical Romance, and I would like to see My Chemical Romance.
I would go to that. I'd definitely go
would.
to that.
They were when they
Steve
were
Steve
when they were
said
big.
in general.
I haven't seen them. That would be a good show.
So that's
I
what I'd
think.
say. I'd see. I need to see My Chemical Romance.
I'd like
I
to
need
see
to
Blink
see-
182. I haven't seen them yet, but with Tom. It has to be with Tom.
Yes, yes.
Like that are like currently active as bands or
I don't know.
like out of all time.
I guess
Because if
currently
we go out of all
somewhat
time,
active
this is gonna get deep.
that aren't dead. I
Oh,
guess
right,
that aren't
right.
dead. I don't know. That could possibly come back and do a show.
That's a rough one. Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah, that'd be.
I would
good.
want to see Rage.
Oh, definitely.
I've seen System of a Down, but
Yes,
I want to
haven't
see.
seen them. I want to see.
I want to see them again.
They don't do shit anymore. Right?
No. No. So
There is one. I've been wanting to see 30 Seconds to Mars.
That'd be good.
yes.
I've been wanting to see them.
So that's probably, honestly, that's probably as close as I'm gonna get. Rage Against the Machine, My Chemical Romance, 30 Seconds to Mars. I've been pretty good about seeing the bands that I want to see.
Yeah.
But
to
man,
think
new
of-
ones come. I want to see. Good goddamn Zach. I bet that was amazing.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
100% fanboy at Black Parade. 100%.
Did you have the emo hair going on and everything?
No, my dad didn't let me.
No.
I had to have short hair then.
Yeah.
That's why my hair is down to my ass now. Is
Because you can.
an act of rebellion.
Because I can do whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah.
Evergreen Terrace.
God, are they still around?
That would be sweet.
Right?
This is another weird one. I'd like to see Seosin again.
Dude, Seosin, I saw them live.
I saw him one time at Warped Tour.
Was that with Anthony Green?
He is with Anthony Green,
See, I saw him with Cove.
and I want to see him with Cove.
Yeah, Cove was awesome.
Yeah,
They
I want to
played
see him
down.
with Cove.
They played down at God, what's that place in Indy? Emerson. It was them and Maylene,
Wow.
which I'd love to see Maylene again.
Yes, that would be sweet.
And we were front row, but we stood outside for 2 hours, across from there was a thrift store, and the kids standing next to us. It was like winter. We were staying out. We had our coats on and shit. This kid was standing there in like just a long sleeve T-shirt.
Damn.
And he was like shivering. I was like, "Why don't you go over to the thrift store and get like a sweater or something?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, good idea." And the fucking sweater he came back with said #1 Grandpa on it.
I would say Taking Back Sunday. I haven't
Yeah.
seen
That
them.
would be sweet. That would be
I
awesome.
haven't seen them.
Man.
I really, honestly, I think the only two big ones that I haven't seen that have really made me like in my life that I would want to see is Taking Back Sunday and Blink 182
With Tom.
With Tom.
Yeah.
Those are
That's
my.
funny that we have to designate the bands we want to see by when they had certain members.
Well, it's not to me. It's not Blink 182 anymore. You might as
Right.
well just call it Plus 44.
Just give it a
Like
wow. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
wasn't Travis in Plus 44? With wasn't Mark and Travis both in Plus 44?
I don't
Oh,
know.
man. Lincoln Park. Yeah, that would have.
Lincoln Park would be good. I would like
Yeah.
to see. Well, not now, honestly. Sorry, but not now.
All right.
Yeah,
It just wouldn't be the same,
exact same thing. Yeah.
unfortunately.
Damn, it was Project Revolution tour. 2006 main stage was Placebo.
That was like
Him taking
the
back-
tour that I
Damn.
wanted to go to when I was young and I never got
Right.
to go to. I had a couple friends go and I was just insanely jealous.
You're like, we're not friends anymore.
Don't talk to me about it.
But seriously, when you get back, I want to know everything.
Every single thing. Yeah, back in 2006, I would have loved to have seen Linkin Park. That would have been
Right?
awesome.
Yeah, that would have been sweet. Him, that would have been pretty good.
Yeah.
Seeing him, it reminds me of a band called the Rasmus,
The Rasmus.
and they're along the same lines as him, but not nearly as popular in America as they were worldwide. Definitely check out the Rasmus. You'll listen to it and you'll be like,
The Rasmus.
"Holy shit! This sounds like him, like a brother band for him."
Yeah, him was like, when they came out, it was really cool.
What do you mean I'm bombing? What the fuck am I bombing?
Grant, you're bombing.
He wants you to say something cooler than Blink-182. Maybe he's saying that you're wrong with the plus 44 thing that you were talking about.
Well, I know Mark was in plus 44, but I don't know if Travis was.
Mindless Self. Damn. Yeah.
MSI, yeah, that would have been cool.
I don't know what I'm bombing, Darren.
No Doubt back in the day would have been cool.
Yeah.
No doubt. All right.
Well,
yeah.
a couple years ago, I knocked a couple bands off the list that I wanted to see. I went with my cousin. We went and saw Anthrax and Lamb of God.
Ooh. Yeah, I would like to see Lamb of God. I've not seen Lamb of God
I
yet.
think that'd be a cool show.
They are amazing live.
This last year was great for me, too. I saw Metallica and Iron Maiden.
Oh, shit.
Nice.
Yeah,
And
I definitely would want to see Iron Maiden.
They both slayed so hard.
Oh, shit.
Like, I couldn't, like, Iron Maiden.
You stand there like, so metal.
Yeah. When I saw, I think Ghost opened for Maiden.
Yeah, I would like to see
shit.
Ghost. They're
And
good.
I missed that performance, but I've seen them before. and
Yeah.
they're pretty good. And then Metallica was, I know it's Avenged Sevenfold, and then somebody else. And I would have loved Avenged Sevenfold a decade ago,
Right.
But
Not
it wasn't
now.
as good this time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who else opened for Metallica? It was someone crazy.
Huh.
I don't remember.
I don't know if I'd want to go see Metallica now or not. Like,
They
kind of
did.
torn on that.
They did like 2 songs of the new, and then
They go back into the old
everything.
stuff.
They did
Really?
everything.
Okay, I guess
All
it
right.
would be
I
pretty
And it
would
cool.
was-
go- I would do that.
It was nasty. They did during one. They opened up one with a fireworks show,
Shit.
and it was just. They timed it to where when they popped, it was like the gunshots. It was intense.
They did it right.
It was intense. It was.
Damn.
I got chills. I might have cried a little bit.
You crying? No.
No, dude.
No,
I still think the best
got
show
some
I ever
fireworks
saw
in my
was-
eye.
Right, got some fireworks. Got some gunpowder in my eye.
I still think one of the best shows I've ever been to is fucking Guar.
I bet we were at the same show, Mr. Zach Dickman, that Ghost in Indy. I think it was a birthday gift from someone in July. It was like the day
Nice.
before my birthday. Somebody took me to go see Ghost. I was like, I don't know. He's like, I got a ticket for you. I'm like, okay, I'll
Well,
go.
Zach was there. You were there. Dana was probably there.
Recently, probably.
Ooh, I don't know what made me think of it, but Parkway Drive is one I still want to see.
That'd be cool.
Have you listened to them? They're pretty awesome.
One that I've always wanted to see is Finch.
Ooh, do they still play?
They put out an album like I think last year, but I don't know what their deal is. Like I don't even think Randy R2K is in the band anymore.
Huh.
I think it was someone else.
There's a band I've been listening to called Conquering Dystopia, and it's got Keith Morrow and I don't remember who else, but it's like technical death metal, but all instrumental, and both guitarists are just absolutely insane. I wouldn't mind seeing them. That would be pretty
Damn
sweet.
Scroll.
I'm going to see. I've already seen him a couple times, but I see Bucket List, and it makes me think of Buckethead.
Oh, nice.
I've seen Buckethead a couple times, and he's
That's gonna be
playing
cool.
somewhere in Illinois in March, so I'm gonna make the trip for that. Buckethead is my all-time favorite artist
really?
ever. I've got a Buckethead shrine in my house. I've got probably 45 records from him.
Damn.
It's intense.
Damn.
It's intense, the love for Buckethead.
Steve said I went to Ozfest the year Pantera released Reinventing the Steel. and it
Pantera
was-
would have been a sweet fucking
It
band.
was
to
either
go see.
99 or 2000. Bunch of big name metal bands. I remember when you went to that.
Pantera would have been a badass show to go to.
I remember you were telling me it
Oh,
took you guys
yeah.
like an hour and a half to get out of the parking lot.
Speaking of people we want to see, we should do our top albums of 2017.
Oh yeah, Glassjaw. Yeah.
We were gonna
Oh,
talk
yeah.
about
Ooh.
our favorite
So yeah, we're
albums
gonna
this year.
jump into these. I will swing this over here for a minute. And I'll just go to the top album tab.
Yeah, do it.
So we're just
I
gonna
dare
jump
ya.
in.
Fuck yeah.
These are our top albums.
Yeah.
You just want to
Start where you want to do. How you want to do it?
start
Five.
with your number 5.
My number 5 was Foo Fighters, Concrete and Gold.
Solid
Pretty good.
album, really.
It was pretty good.
My number 5 was by 68. 2 parts Viper.
That was good too. Who was that? You said it was in that band.
Josh Gogan he's one of the original members from The Chariot. And
Yeah.
then he
Ooh.
was in Norma Jean as well.
Wow.
But if you've never listened to 68, oh man,
It's pretty good.
they're on my list to see now too.
Mm-hmm.
Which they were in Indy last year with, or maybe it was this year. Well, last year, 2017, with Wage War. I think that was that concert,
Nice.
which I'm pretty mad I didn't go to.
My number 4 is Kendrick Lamar. Damn. Pretty good album.
Damn.
That's a pretty good album. It's good.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
Yeah,
It was damn good.
it was damn good. Maybe it was so good he was just like, "Damn, this album's good," and that's where it came from.
Let's just go with that.
Yeah,
Let's just go. Damn.
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 So my number 4 was by the Wise Man Sphere,
Yes.
the Lost City. They're actually located here in Indiana.
Cool dudes.
Hoosier
Yeah.
boys.
Yo, yeah.
Hoosiers. Steve said, "Yeah, 68 sounds like something fresh and new." I sent it to Steve, and he enjoyed it. So if Steve likes it, it's good.
Damn.
Mhm.
Damn.
My number 3 was Flogging Molly. Life is Good.
Hell yeah.
It's a pretty good album. I
It's
liked
always a good time you listen to Flogging Molly.
It's just
yeah.
feel good music.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
it. When Matt told me to find my top albums of the year, I was looking through my iTunes and shit, and I saw that. I was like, "Fuck, I forgot about that album."
Yeah, that's the
shit
thing
was
about my
awesome.
list.
And you're
is
like, I'm listening to it now.
I forgot I was listening.
That's when
to
I
it.
went back and listened to all of these again, and I was like, "Yep, that's my top 5."
Yeah. So what are we on 3?
Yep.
Yeah. Number 3 for me was Incubus 8.
Mhm.
That album was good,
Fuck
front
yeah,
to
it was.
back, except for that one weird.
There is
like,
one weird song on there.
Yeah, that's like 45 seconds. Some weird shit.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell was that. It was about. You should have
It's
just
an
left that off.
interlude.
It was weird. It didn't sound anything. It sounded like old timey music from the 1920s.
Interesting.
It was weird.
My number 2 is The Wise Man Sphere's Lost City.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great album.
It is.
I don't know if I have bias because we met with the guys and shit and went to that basement party
Right.
where they were playing. But it's a solid album on its
It
own.
really is.
It stands on its own legs. That's a solid fucking album.
It is. And they do all the video work themselves, which is
Yeah.
very well done.
I don't know if you've listened to them, Nick, but they're fucking awesome.
The Wise Man's Fear?
Yeah.
I don't believe I have.
You should check them out. They're pretty fucking cool.
I feel like I need to.
You
Uh,
do.
My number 2 is The Contortionist, their album Clairvoyant.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh
yep,
my god.
Yep.
Saw them with Between the Buried and Me. Did you go to that?
Polyphia and
Yeah.
there's one more. But yeah.
Tooth Grinder.
Yep, that was it. Tooth
Yeah.
Grinder.
Did you go to the first show or did you go to the one after?
Was it Saturday, Sunday? I went to Saturday. So I think I went to the first one.
Yeah.
At the Bottom Lounge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I went the first night.
Yeah, I was there.
Dude, man.
We were right up front.
Colors was the one,
Oh my
man.
god. But why'd they hard pan? Why did they hard pan?
That didn't make any sense when you told me about how they fucking set up the sound there.
Yeah. Like it was the whole night like that.
I have no idea.
But I'm going to see The Contortionist twice this year.
What are they? Yeah, they are getting ready to come through.
Yeah, they're going to be playing in Chicago with what was that band? Nothing More.
Nevermore?
Yeah, Nevermore or something like that.
I don't know.
I looked them up.
I
I
don't
was
know.
like, we don't have to stay for that one. They're the headliner, and they're going to be playing in Indy finally.
Yep.
Because they're from Indy,
hmm
so we're going to that one too. But yeah,
I've been trying to book those guys for a long time. I had a hold on them.
Did you really?
For this tour, and then I saw them post up playing indie. I'm like, damn, that was mine.
you're like that hurt.
That was mine. Yeah, I love the
Yeah,
Contortionists.
they're so good.
I've loved them for ever since they started. They're definitely not the same as they once were, but they're still great.
Zach said, "Wise Man's are my boys.
Mm-hmm.
Love those dudes. They are good dudes.
Yeah.
Very down to earth."
My number 1 is going to be the Incubus 8 album. That's pretty solid. But
Drank a whole bottle of
I
wine.
drank a whole bottle of wine and like 4 Budweisers while I was at that concert.
That was a great concert. Brandon Boyd, man, his voice.
Did you go to that one too?
It was probably 4 years ago
Oh, okay.
that I saw him. But yeah, I love me some Incubus.
Yeah, they played with Jimmy Eat World.
Yes.
Oh,
The
wow.
one down in
It was
Indy.
fucking great.
Dude, it
That's
was so
cool.
awesome.
It was great.
Jimmy Eat World, they still got it.
It was.
That's cool.
It was Judah and the Lion, Jimmy Eat World, and Incubus.
Damn.
Fucking
Incubus
solid.
played for like fucking 2 hours.
Yeah.
It was
fucking
awesome.
awesome.
That sounds awesome.
It was a great concert.
By the end, we were like, our fucking knees, because we were staying on the hill.
Yeah. At Clips,
Yeah.
Deer Creek.
Ruoff Home Mortgage Center.
I was more like, I'm fucking drunk. Let's
God
go.
damn, Ruoff Home Mortgage
that
Center.
stupid?
Like, come on. Just
Yeah.
name it after yourself. Who's the CEO? Just name it after him.
Just
the
name it
Thompson
Asshole Center.
Just anything else. Ruoff Home Mortgage Center.
It's pretty ridiculous.
Ruoff. So my number one is it's by Paramore. It's their album After Laughter.
I was surprised you picked that.
It's a great album.
I don't
It
think
really
I listened
is.
to it. I'm a big fan of Paramore, but I don't think I listened to that one.
It's solid. And then the other thing we were going to talk about while we're since we're talking is what makes a good album. And for me, it would have to be every song.
Every song
Every
has
song?
to be 8 out of 10. Like every song has to be like
Yeah.
a damn good song.
Yeah.
I'll let one song slip.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, you can have the one.
And for me, it was Paramore. The album is it's amazing.
Back to the front.
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
I think the Incubus albums, I can listen to that whole album and I like
Yeah.
every song on it. But yeah, there's like the Kendrick Lamar album. I'm not gonna say that every song on that album I want to listen to all the time,
Right.
but it's got a lot of good ones. I don't know. As my list goes up, it goes more to personal experience than
Right. Plus,
like-
when you listen to an album and like every song is catchy.
Yeah,
Right.
the Wise Man Sphere, their album is solid
Yeah.
all the way through. I like all the songs, and after like meeting the people, I don't know. So like with Incubus being number one, we went to the concert. So the album itself was solid on its own.
But getting to have
And
that live
going-
experience
the live
with
experience
True.
with it that's what
helps.
made those two albums my top two. Incubus and the Wise Man Spheres. Meeting the Wise Man Spheres guys and talking to them and going to the basement party and shit.
Yeah.
On top of already liking the album, they made that my number two. Incubus my number one. Really, those are kind of interchangeable for me because I kind of had that experience with both of them. I like both of them on their own. They're not really the same genre. They kind of had their own thing.
Yeah.
And that's
I
what I
get it.
liked about them.
Yeah.
But the rest of them, I just, I really liked them. I listened to them quite a bit, but I'm not gonna. I don't know. I can't say that every song on the album is great, but it's hard to. I don't know. It's hard to say what makes them a solid album for
Right.
me. Like,
Yeah.
I would say you gotta have at least if there's at least 7 out of 10 on the songs. Like if there's 10 songs on there, at least 7
Yeah.
of them I gotta like. It's
I spent a lot of time on Spotify this year
mhm.
listening to like playlists. So there were definitely albums that like I would listen to a song by an artist and then jump and go listen to the album. And a lot of those
That's hard to do.
happen to be older albums. Like I might say that my favorite album of the year that I listened to was Allegion's new album, which was I think 2016.
Mm-hmm.
But in terms of 2017 albums, I might say that off the top of my head, Ne Obliviscaris. Have you heard of them? They're from Australia.
Ooh.
It's definitely progressive metal. They've got a violinist. They're totally wild.
Yeah.
Dude,
Australian metal is really good.
Yeah. Another one,
Who was that band we saw out of Australia?
I'm pretty sure Parkway Drive is Australian.
They were small.
God, they played with Augsburg's Red when we were down there.
Yeah, I can't remember who it
I
was.
can't remember either, but they were good.
Man, I love those guys.
It was the
Red.
first band too.
Yeah, they were the openers, and they were out
Yeah.
of Australia. They had this chick keyboardist. and shit.
Yeah, they get it. They get it.
Yeah.
Another band from Australia called Bellacore.
Bellacore,
They released one in 2016 that was totally killer.
like an old school one. Do you remember I Killed the Prom Queen?
Yes. Oh yeah.
Yeah, they were awesome.
Australian.
Huh.
Yeah,
I
Of
know.
course.
Australian metal.
Of course.
I think it's getting harder, like with the playlist stuff. Like it's hard to find an album that you like. Like you get
That's
the
true.
song. Everybody they may have like that one song that gets played on the playlist,
And you get the one cool song, and then you go to
and then
listen
you go to
to
the
it.
album, and you're like, oh,
Have you ever noticed? Like,
you find yourself going to that song on the album and
Right.
not listening to the album.
Right.
you ever noticed like the most popular track on a CD is usually track 3 or 4?
Yeah. the banger, the hit.
Mm-hmm.
Always. So that's what I do. I usually go if I'm like checking out a new band.
I guess I'm bad about that too. Like when you go to their page and it's like #1 songs.
Have you noticed?
I always click the first one.
Well, I'll just go to the album and
If you-
I'll pick through and I'll be like, I'll just check out number 3 right now.
If you look on iTunes, when you if you're on iTunes and you look at it, there'll be a little star next to it.
Yeah.
That's the more popular songs.
On Spotify, they have the top 5 tracks
Yeah.
right at the beginning before you even get to the songs or the albums. So that's usually what I go for.
Yeah.
Even though
Steve.
I know that's not the case, you know that the most popular song is not the best song.
Right.
It's just the most popular.
Steve said I like Flight of the Condors. They were from New Zealand.
Mm-hmm.
I was really digging a band. It's not really a band. It's a one-man project from the UK called Thessa.
Thessa. One-man band, huh?
One-man band. And so like Spotify does this thing where they give you a wrap-up of your year.
Oh, yeah.
And apparently my favorite genre was gent. And I'm like,
The fuck is that?
Gent?
right.
I know what it is.
So I was like, I don't feel like that's right. But then I went back and listened to Thessa, and I was like, he does kind of do the, you know, like the genty thing. But I never considered Thessa a gent band. You know what I mean?
I don't know what gent is.
Imagine like 7 or 8 string guitars and just hitting that top string a lot. Bow, bow.
Yep.
I don't know.
Kind of like Animals as Leaders.
Definitely.
They have that like
That's more technical though, isn't it? Like,
Right,
Animals as
but-
Leaders. Did theirs come
they-
out this year? What was the new one called?
uh,
It might have been. That was a good album.
Did I miss that?
I think that was.
I didn't even know they dropped a
I think
newer
that was
one.
spring of this year.
Really?
It's white. It's got a white cover and.
I didn't even know. We saw them live.
God damn! I'd
Yeah.
never. So the first time I went to go see Between the Buried and Me, it was Tesseract, Animals as Leaders, and then Between the Buried and Me. And I'd never heard of Tesseract, who was awesome,
Right.
or Animals as Leaders. So Animals as Leaders, these two dudes walk out with
Yeah.
these fucking
Yeah.
monstrous guitars that I've never seen. I'd never seen 8-string guitars and stuff, and
When we saw
holy
them, it was-
shit, watching Tosin Abasi play, you're just like,
Who else played
Yeah.
at that concert?
Well, when we went and saw Thrice, it was their the farewell tour.
damn,
And
Thrice.
It was Oh Brother,
Okay.
Animals as Leaders, and Thrice. Which Thrice is my favorite.
yeah, Thrice is awesome.
Yeah, I recently went and saw him for the 3rd time,
Oh,
and
I saw you post on your page one of the concerts you went to this year. You saw the Deer Hunter,
yeah,
dude.
they're one of my favorites too.
The Deer Hunter's so good.
It was the Deer Hunter and Coheed and Cambria.
Yeah, I don't know of anyone else who's even heard of the Deer Hunter.
Dude, I love
They're
the Deer
so
Hunter.
good. They're
Oh my
so
God.
good. I saw Coheed with BT Bam a couple years ago.
Yeah, that tour, it was the Coheed. They were doing the 10-year of the Neverender.
Mm-hmm.
And it was, oh my
Shit.
God.
I love
But
Coheed and Cambria.
When we went to that concert, like, Animals as Leaders came out, and we're like, oh, what the fuck's this, you know?
They had a projector screen.
Yeah, they had, like, the 2 projector screens, and then, you know, the guy came out, and they were playing, and I'm like, damn, this is cool. Where's the singer? And then I was like, oh, they don't need one.
Nope. No. They're gonna make
get it.
all the sound they need to make.
Yeah, and like just watch, like if Thrice wasn't playing, they would have stolen they almost stole the show, honestly, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Man, Thrice would be a bucket
It was-
bucket
Yeah.
list.
Dude, that was probably the greatest show I've ever been to. It
Yeah,
Damn, that sounds
was
awesome.
a great fucking time. I was hammered drunk.
yelling at Canadians because we were up in Detroit.
There we go. I've seen some of my best shows up in Detroit.
Yeah, they have good venues up there,
They do.
It's a fucking drive though.
right? It is.
That was a
It
long
is.
drive.
Anymore, I'm getting to the point where like if I'm gonna have to drive more than 2 hours, I'm just gonna stay.
Right.
And then
It's like,
drive
I'm not,
back the
I am
next
not
day.
driving back.
Like the Chicago almost kills me driving up there, and then
Yeah.
the
That's
show
just
ends
right
at like 11.
outside my comfort zone. I'm like,
I don't mind driving
fucking
to the
hate-
place. I hate
right.
driving back.
Yeah,
Right.
I prefer driving back because by
Really?
that time, like traffic is at a minimum. But driving into Chicago,
awful.
because no matter when you leave, it's always like rush hour up there,
Yep.
and you're fucking stuck in traffic.
If we get there around 3, there won't be traffic. Wrong.
Yeah,
Let's leave later. Get there around 6. Wrong.
There's
Like
always traffic.
there's no right time
Always.
to drive to Chicago.
we'll get there at noon.
Right.
Traffic,
Nope.
everywhere.
3 a.m.
Yeah.
On a Wednesday. It doesn't matter.
There was one night we left. It was like almost 1 a.m, and traffic was backed up. We're like, what the fuck is going on? was like, it was like this when we came in. Now it's like this when we're trying to leave. Yeah, it's. I hate driving into Chicago.
Yeah.
Me too.
All right, bud. I think we've
Yeah.
been in here for like 2 hours. Or
We
more.
got some other content on here, but I'll put it on the website and
Fuck it.
you can catch it on there. So definitely check out the website. Why did I say it like that?
I don't know what
Why
you're doing,
not?
bud.
So we'll switch it over to here so we can say our goodbyes.
Goodbye.
I hate goodbyes.
I don't like it.
Zach Dickman said, "Gent is chopped math metal with as many strings as you can find, dropped as low as you can."
What is?
That sounds about right.
Gent.
Oh, gent. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm already behind on the conversation.
It's metal for gentlemen.
Gentlemen. I booked a band one time called the Southern Gentlemen.
The Southern Gentlemen.
Gentlemen. They're
Just one.
gentlemen, yeah. It was they were pretty funny. They had genty tendencies.
Nice. Well, in it there, so yeah, you can, obviously we're on YouTube and Facebook, but if you're on the go, you can find us on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, all that stuff. Definitely check
Indeed.
out our website. All the
I
stuff's
will
on there.
Upload this tonight, I think, if I can. I'm gonna get on it. I haven't been doing it. I haven't been on it lately.
Right.
No.
Don't forget to catch some of those Doom Room shows.
Fuck yeah.
Coming
They're
up.
coming. Lots of them. Lots
and
of doom.
And your beer. What's your beer called? What are you gonna call it?
We're calling it Maxson's and me.
Maxson's and
Nice.
me. Fuck yeah.
So it's me and my siblings and then my uncle. My uncle is the me.
Nice.
And then we're the Maxsons. So
Awesome.
Nice.
Hopefully we'll be able to find that on the shelf soon.
sometime, hopefully.
That's the dream, right?
That's the dream.
All right.
Cool. Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, thanks
problem,
for taking time out of your evening and
Yeah.
hanging out with us.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to go find some more beers to drink.
On to the next beer.
On to the next beer.
I'm gonna take all this booze home with me and get some shit done at home tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not getting nothing done at home tonight.
I'll
All right,
probably
everyone.
just turn on Netflix and bitch
Yeah.
out, but we'll see.
Thanks for taking time out of your evenings and hanging out with us and watching the stream.
Yeah.
Bye.